Hello, everybody out there in the internet. Welcome to Aimless Podcast, episode 198. I'm Taking Master, joined by my fellow co-hosts this week, who are...
RPG Maniac 05.
Trapped, cool.
I'm Tiger Fox, and I can't freaking believe RPG's back.
Woo! Woo. Woo. I guess.
And special guest...
No, I can no more look on that. Can no longer make cook jokes. Even I had one planned this week. It's like
No. You need to do it anyway.
After many weeks of being gone and traveling the East Coast like Kane in Kung Fu and bringing peace to the world through his cooking, RPG has joined us once again on Aimless Podcast.
I'm not bringing peace to anyone. It's like the opposite of what I'd be doing.
He's been serving peas to people.
Just for the record, I'd like to say he said that, not me. Just saying.
If anything, I was spreading discord and all kinds of fun shenanigans. Destroying civilization as we know it. Making people eat each other's faces. Usual stuff.
So you've been putting bath salts in people's foods?
No.
Is that what happened?
No comment. Although, that did happen on the same bridge I take to go to work, so... Get that.
Fun.
Awesome.
Oh, man. So, yeah, this episode, what we've been playing for second segment, we have games and services and where it's going to take us in the future. Wrapping it up in the final segment with the news. All right, let's start. RPG, what have you been playing?
Not really much of anything. I just finished Kingdom Hearts 2 again, and I started another playthrough of the Xena Saga. On the handheld, I briefly played Devil Survivor 2 and Legend of Heroes, but then I kind of forgot what I was supposed to be doing, so I had to stop playing that. So I was like, I don't know. That's what happens when you play a game and then you stop and come back months later, and it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. That's it.
Well, I haven't been gaming all that much. I mean, there's other places I haven't been here.
He was like, yeah, haven't played much. Kingdom Hearts, Xena Saga.
I finished Tales of Graces since my last time being here, and I did like the epilogue chapter there, but that was about it. And I played Xenoblade too, but
yeah. Wait a minute, I want to hear this. You're all hyped up and like, oh, it's not going to come here, but it is. So Xenoblade, how was it?
Yeah. So who wants to go next? My question.
Would you like to amuse us with any rantings that you did not get in during the post-E3 period about stuff that you want to hate on? Because the hater pants are back. Oh, haters going to hate RPG. Take the stage. Yeah, just saying.
What would I be ranting on?
I don't know.
What not?
Exactly.
I don't know.
With you and your disposition towards hatred and stuff,
I don't have a disposition towards hatred. I'm just.
It says it right there on your pants, RPG.
I'm realistic. You're all just all living with your rose-colored shades on, and I don't know.
Fine, sit in your throne of lies and enjoy the show. What have you been playing, Tropical? I mean, wait, who goes next? Tiger Fox? Tropical?
Tiger Fox does.
Yeah, Tiger Fox. Take it away.
Yeah. Star Wars The Old Republic still going on strong since December. Have not stopped playing it. I think this beats out my DC Universe Online streak.
jeez.
So, yeah.
That's saying something.
I know.
I gotta say.
What?
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
Wow.
Because I love the crap out of DCUO, but I'm completely
I was there
done
for
with
that
game. I am playing a new character. I named him War Machine, and he is a Republic trooper, but he is the Empire Zabrak. So he's like the red-skinned, black-tattooed, yellow-eyed, horn guy. He looks like Darth Maul, but he's a trooper.
I don't know what any of that means.
Yeah. And he's got a big, giant-ass cannon, It's not an ass cannon. It's just a giant, really freaking huge cannon.
Would that shoot? Never mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's Trump will answer your question.
Yes, it would.
But,
But anyway, he's like really totally evil, but he is on the Republic side. But like I'm doing everything like the evil way and the renegade way and stuff, and it's been really fun. And I'm like level 43 out of 50. This will be my third level 50 character if I do finally level him up. But you know, I haven't really gotten the game a whole lot because of work and stuff. So yeah. On the other hand, PlayStation Vita, PSV, I've been playing Metal Gear Solid HD Collection.
Cool.
Because I love Metal Gear Solid 3. It's like my favorite game, I think, of all time, pretty much. One of them, anyway. Metal Gear Solid, it's one of my favorites, so that's where the fox part of Tiger Fox comes from. Because I've gotten the fox rank in every one of the games, so... yeah, so the plan is to get the platinum trophy for Metal Gear Solid 3. I don't know if I'll play Metal Gear Solid 2 or not because I hate that game so much, but, you know.
What?
Why would you?
Yeah, because of Raiden.
Either.
I'll play the first part of it, you know, the tanker with Snake, but
So
after that, the game's over.
It's like I'm done with you now.
Yep, after that, the game's over with. But yeah, I was really, really excited to find out today that Metal Gear Solid 4 is finally getting trophy support. So I will be playing that very soon. You know, as soon as that comes out, I will be getting the platinum on that game too. 'Cause I love that game.
It's gonna be hard.
Yep, it will be. But you know, it's totally doable because I mean I've played them enough. I played that game enough. I've played it like I don't know. At least half a dozen times now, all the way through on different difficulties. I love it so much. But the games that I'm looking forward to getting soon, like NCAA 13 just came out, and I've got some friends at work that really, really want me to play it with them, so I may cave in to peer pressure and buy that sometime.
Meanwhile, his copy of Mass Effect 3 sits unplayed, while I and Gamer ascend in 7 ranks and unlock stuff.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
But
the cut's already out.
yeah, I need to get it. I just haven't had time to sit down and play it for, you know, extended periods of time, you know, like it needs to be done.
Enjoy your sports game.
Well, I don't know. I haven't bought it
bitter,
yet,
man. So
Tekken.
bitter.
I know, right?
Cool your jets, man.
Sheesh.
Chill out. But
What can I say? Peace is a lie, there's only passion, not love. It's Mass Effect 3. So good.
We know.
Peace is alive. Is only
You should all
passion.
play it
That's-
and buy it and stuff.
I would, but I
Yeah.
can't find it back into my 360
that's-
controller.
that's
I've gone over
part of
this
the-
already.
That's part of the Sith code. Not Mass Effect. Anyway, that's what I've been playing. Oh, a little bit of Battlefield 3. Just a little bit here and there. It was actually pretty cool. I got a good story. When I bought Battlefield 3, I logged into an account that was on my computer that I had been logged into for a long time. It was just, you know, auto-logged in. It was an old account. And I accidentally bought the game with that account instead of my main account, which is what my Star Wars The Old Republic's on. So like I got to like level 28 or so in multiplayer on Battlefield 3. And
Wow.
anyway, I talked to the guys. Yeah, I talked to the guys through EA support, and they were actually really, really awesome about it. They transferred the game over to my main account. Sadly, the side effect was I had to start from square one, but not really a big deal. But they were very cool about it. It was a very smooth experience. It only took like maybe 30 minutes, and I was able to go. So that was really, really awesome. But that's been it pretty much. I haven't played anything else.
28? That's amazing. I've been playing that quite a bit, and I'm only at 23, 24.
What I was using was the machine gun, and what else was it? It was the machine gun and the like the medic kit.
Oh, the assault class?
Yeah, assault class with a machine gun. And I was just getting crazy kills, doing the same Karg Island map over and over and over again, hiding in between the cargo, cargo units there, and just shooting people like crazy and throwing down heals, and it was awesome.
Wow.
This game sounds violent.
Yes. But like one game I went like 30-something and 0. That's the best no-death game I've ever done.
Christ, I could never get that.
And I was just like, blah, 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 blah. And at the end of the game, I had like 12,000 points or something. It was ridiculous.
Jesus.
Wow.
So I was like, yeah. But yeah, that's all I've been playing.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I was thinking
Okay.
if your Metal Gear Solid 2, it basically Snake dies and the bad guy gets away, and that's the end of Metal Gear Solid 2.
Yeah, it's not really a good way to end it.
And then we get to 4, and for some reason he's alive, but he's really old. And
it's all nano machines or
when you
something.
just play the tanker.
Another clone.
You make jokes, but I mean, all things considered.
It's interesting. Yeah, so I guess I don't know if I've been playing Battlefield 3 quite a bit. It feels like it, though. Because
we need to play together.
I really like that game. Man, I need to get it on PC then, because I don't have it on PC.
Yes, we need to play together on PC. It'd be great.
It's so fun. It seems like when people in your squad notice that you're helping them, like
Yes.
even if you're not saying anything, then they start to play with you.
Yep.
So oftentimes I'll jump into a tank. Like, I should never drive a tank, but I can be the gunner on a tank. I'm pretty good at that. So every time, a squad member gets into a tank, and it's like, oh, he's the only one in there. Well, I'm going to get in, and I'll just, like, machine gun guys that try to run up and C4 us, and
Yep.
and then pop out and repair it when we're damaged. And then eventually what happens, like, that tank will die, and then we'll spawn back at the deployment site, and immediately I'll see him run towards the tank, and I'll run towards the tank, and after a few times he'll actually stop and wait for me to get in the tank. It's like, see?
I can't do that in Call of Duty.
Yeah, Call of Duty is like, there is no cooperation. It's hard.
All lone wolves.
But in Battlefield, it's like, oh, if I'm just like running around, and oftentimes I won't even really aim at enemies. If I'm near my squad, I'll just sort of point in their direction and just hold down the trigger and just like blanket them with fire. It's like, I know I'm doing something. And then all these suppression assists will pop up. It's like, yes.
Yep.
So cool.
Yes, you need to get it for PC, and we will play together and rule.
Fine. I think Amazon still has it for...
Yep, wicked cheap.
40? Is it 40 or 35?
35.
And it's Origin, so
Yeah.
Yep.
cool. I will have to consider that. Yeah, it's just been really fun. I've been trying to tackle the assignments, and I signed up for Premium that other time, so
Yeah.
Close Quarters is really fun. I really like
to get it.
I don't know if I would get it twice. I'll think about it.
Do it.
Oh, the deal ended. Sorry.
Oh,
on Amazon?
Yeah.
The July
It was 80 for both Battlefield 3 and Premium.
Wow.
Nice.
That's a crazy price.
It is. Well. The price of Premium should go down over time.
Oh, as packs come out?
Yeah, because like one of the perks is you get the pack, right? Well, once it's out for everyone, obviously you don't get that perk anymore. So why does Premium still cost the same?
Right.
Anyways, yeah.
You and your logic.
There was a double XP week for Premium members last week. And that's actually when I got from 22 to 24. So without that, I would still be at, I guess, 23. So I am amazed that you were at 28. Although, now, maybe I didn't play that much. But it's fun. I like it. Can't fly worth a damn, but I can
Me
run good.
It's harder on PC
Oh, dang it.
because you have to do it with a mouse. It's crazy.
Or just plug in a controller. Just when you're going to a vehicle, just switch to the controller fast. Much easier.
See. Mostly I've been playing... My gaming habits seem to have changed significantly recently. Probably because of Diablo 3. So, a few weeks ago, Gamer posted an article about, or it was like a forum thread about how much money you can make playing Diablo and selling stuff on the real money auction house. And I saw that, and I decided, you know what? It's always hard to tell from forums. I'm just going to try. So for a week, I played... This was basically all I did. I just played Diablo 3 for several days, nonstop.
Jesus.
Oh my.
And it was sort of like I was going to be a week-long experiment. It was like, how much money can I make? And so I played, and the first day, I started on a Friday, and the first day I saw a legendary item. It was like the first legendary item drop I had ever gotten. And this is after playing like 30, 40 hours of the game. And I was like, oh, cool. So instead of equipping it, I just put it on the real money auction house. And the next day, I had sold it. And so I'd made $6 off of this one item. And I was like, wow, I'm encouraged by this. Because that was just one day. And I didn't know what the going prices were. I just said $6 or $7, buy it now. And someone bought it, and Blizzard takes like $1 cut, and it was $6. I was like, oh, wow. 1 hour of playing. Within 1 hour of playing at the start of this experiment, I got this one item, and I made $6 off of it.
Very nice.
Like, that's pretty good. Still below
how addictions start.
wage, still below minimum wage, but
It's more than I made when I first started working.
$6 per hour. But no, like it did.
$5.15.
It did not turn out that great. So I played a ton that week, trying different strategies to make money, and in the end, by the end of the first week, I had made $6.
Wow.
That was a productive week.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that was kind of terrible. I played two characters. I now have two characters close to level 50. No one up to level 60 yet. But I just spent a lot of time managing items and like looking at items and like looking at the auction house. And I learned a lot about it. But yeah, I think at this point, so my first week of the experiment is, I don't think you can really make money on the real money auction house until you're level 60.
Yep.
Because basically 60 is the level cap. So my theory is 60 is the level cap, and from that point on, the only way to improve your character is to get better equipment. And like, it can be infuriating to sort of wait for drops. And that's when the psychology kicks in, and you're just like, I don't want to farm for this helmet anymore. I'm just going to go on the auction house and buy one. And, when you see the prices, like, $6, that's not too much.
Right.
Most people make way more than that per hour in their real lives. So it's like, I'll just buy it and not have to worry about spending all this time maybe getting it. But below 60 though, it's very hard to tell what items are good. So I think my $6 was a fluke. It was either bought by someone who was just like, oh, legendary item, and just bought it, or the other possibility is I didn't look at the item closely enough, and it was actually a really good item.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I possibly
Like, this
could
dude
more.
is selling it for $6. This is $150.
That would be kind of
Idiots.
sad in hindsight.
I know.
I doubt it. I doubt it. I mean, the only things people are looking for is attack speed. Was it
It depends
vitality?
It
It
depends
depends on
on-
the character. Yeah.
Yeah. For barbarians, people are looking for high strength, vitality, and increased chance for item drops. But anyway, so my conclusion was like, yeah, I think I'll wait until level 60 and then try this experiment again. But yeah, for anyone who's curious about, oh, can I make money off of this? You have to devote at least 50 hours into it first before you can, build on a system that will help you make money. And then even at that point, it becomes like one of the easier ways I found is if you accumulate a lot of gold, you can actually go onto the gold auction house and look for things that are terribly underpriced. So you just search legendary items and look at average prices and how good equipment is. And you can find new auctions that are just someone didn't know what they were doing and they just thought, whatever, I'll sell it for 200,000 gold, which is a lot initially, but later it's oh, you have all this gold, 200,000 gold, that's super cheap for that piece of equipment. So you buy it for gold and then you sell it for real money.
It's almost like flipping it, like flipping a house.
Yeah, exactly. So that's
But I think a lot of people are complaining now that the economy is kind of shit because they added in a patch where your armor deteriorates even if you don't die. So the repair bills are just jacked up really high now when you're playing Inferno or something.
You always had to repair after combat. So even if you
Really?
didn't die,
I think
yeah.
I think it was patched in. There was one patch that was oh, your armor now deteriorates
No,
while fighting.
I think, there was a patch recently that adjusted the rate at which it decays.
Okay.
So, because originally, Diablo 2 had that since the beginning also. I'm pretty sure it was in Diablo 3, but recently they just adjusted it so it doesn't break down quite as quickly. And I think I think that was actually an error. Originally they had a patch that increased it, and then they're like, oh, that's too much, and they decreased it. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. I think it really depends on if Blizzard is able to keep people playing the game. Because right now, it feels like once you get to 60 and you've, you start doing what you always did. You just sort of run through the same levels over and over again, try to get better stuff. And, they've recently admitted, yeah, this isn't enough to sustain the game. Item drops is not enough. So hopefully the PvP thing makes people want better stuff. Yeah, it's wait and see. But basically, I have to get to 60 first before I can try this again.
Sounds interesting, though. I mean, that sounds really awesome. It would definitely want me to play that game more.
Yeah,
to say, hey, I can make money.
The game is really fun in itself. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it at all.
Right.
I've started so many characters, but I only have 2 that are really high level, or medium high level. And each of those, I think I've played 40 hours. I'm at around the 80, 90 hour mark.
Jeez.
Oh my.
But, yeah. It's buying and selling is harder than it looks. You have to go in and actually really learn the systems. Actually playing the game helps a lot because it helps you figure out what people want. And okay, these are the things that I look for in this type of armor. And then you go and look for that type of armor. Or you can, you can figure out what things might be worth to people. So yeah. But, despite that, despite me liking the game, I got to the point where I was I don't feel like playing this anymore. It really is becoming a day job. So I started playing much shorter, simpler things I could play for a little while and then stop playing. And after E3, I was really looking forward to SimCity Social. and it got
Yeah.
released, and I started playing that a ton. I really like it. It's not so much like Farmville where it's just click, wait for this thing to grow so I can get money, so I can plant more things to get more money. There's actually other gameplay systems in it. Like, what I do a lot is I reorganize my city. So, it's kind of cool, like, depending on where you put things, you get different bonuses. So, if you put, like, houses next to the river, they get more people want to live in them, so you get bonus to population. And then, the game gives, in contrast to regular SimCity, it gives you a lot of control over how rapidly your population grows, depending on where you put buildings and what you put near them. And, factories, if you put them on the waterfront, you get more stuff out of them. Commercial buildings, you get more money out of them if you put them near places where lots of people are living. And I was just like, it actually feels more like a game than any of the other Facebook games I've played recently. So, yeah, I got sucked in.
Yes, you did.
And it was really nice because, I don't have to devote lots of time to it. It's like every once in a while I'll just log on and 30 minutes, I'm done with that play session. And I feel like, I've done some stuff here, so I'm liking it a lot, and I'm hoping that Gamer and Tekken don't leave.
Sorry.
If I could get some more diamonds,
No, I need to get Tekken some more friends.
You can always do what Gamer did and get all
That's not happening.
start.
I don't want to talk about it.
Scary. In addition to that, I've been playing, we talked about it extensively earlier, so I won't go more into it. But if anyone is listening and playing, join our network. The game is much better once you have sort of a critical mass of friends, which I think is 7. So, anyway, extending an invitation. And then,
don't do it at the trap.
The other game I've been playing is the Vita, that Treasures of Montezuma game that I was sort of down on when it first came out. Man, that game I think it's my favorite version of Bejeweled. Because it's very fast. You have to be able to identify patterns very quickly. And I was very surprised last week when they actually updated this free-to-play game quite extensively. They added trophies. They added, a lot of the interface issues. Like before, Vita's a touchscreen, and yet you couldn't scroll the leaderboard just by scrolling it. You had to use these buttons, on-screen buttons, which were really annoying. And so they changed that. They added a lot of different stuff to, when you're actually playing, a lot of Bejeweled games give you a hint automatically after a certain amount of time. They added that to this game. And then also these bonus items that you can get, which shows you all the combinations that are on the board currently. And they've just added a lot of different elements to the game. They made leveling up easier. They gave you more rewards. Just the game is a completely different game now than when it first came out.
And it's still free?
Yeah, it's still free.
Aww.
It's a lot more fun now than it was when it came out, and I just it's very rapidly paced, and it still has the energy system that a lot of these social games or free to play games have, but it recharges more quickly now. It's sort of they added it, they called it a progressive system. So as you get higher in level, your life or energy, it recharges more slowly. But they give you a lot more bonuses now. So every time you level up, you also get more life, and it regenerates all your life. And it really suits how I want to play games at this moment in time. After spending tons and tons of time on Diablo, it's nice to have these short games where it's like,
Right.
and I'm done.
They're like your breathers, kind of.
Yeah, essentially, it's like a break from gaming games. And so, yeah, it was really cool to see that they're actually supporting it and making it a better game, fundamentally changing lots of stuff. Like, awesome. So, playing that. And, yeah, I think that's all that I've been playing recently. Those two games after I was burned out by Diablo and Battlefield at night because it's really fun.
Alright, I've been playing, I'm still playing stuff from my, like, YouTube, so it's like Splinter Cell Conviction, still sneaking around like a panther as Sam Fisher and shooting dudes in the face and stuff. And then Resident Evil 4 and 5 is just it's like so interesting playing those at the same time. There's like such a contrast between them. It's like they're very
one is
same,
horrible, and the other one is Resident Evil 5. So
I'd go after yourself, RPG. But
no, I'm just saying, you're gonna play that glorified escort mission of a game. I mean, they should at least did something to make it not so obvious.
Actually, if you play it second time through after you finish it and you have the bonus costume, Ashley gets armor, so you can shoot at her and it doesn't damage her when
well, that doesn't do me any good during my first playthrough. We're trying to not shoot her in the face.
She's too heavy for the enemies to lift and take away, so it's like, haha. So yeah. It saves you the trouble of having to do all the work to save her.
She's pretty much why I'm not getting Resident Evil 6. It's basically how that's going right now.
Oh, those hater pants, how comfortable they are.
I don't think she's in 6.
But she was in the trailer.
That's Sherry.
That's the little girl from Resident Evil 2.
Oh, that's fine. I didn't play that one, so I could only buy 6 then.
See, was that all the old stuff I've been playing? Those two and that one? I think so. But, like Tropical said, SimCity Social, that game has, like, got its hooks in me, and... Because what happened was, my sister put something on my Facebook thing, and then, like, before that, Yukino was putting all this stuff, or, like it kept popping up of, Yukino is playing SimCity Social, blah, 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 and I was like, I saw the E3, I was like, it's kind of got my interest, and then my sister sent me the invite, I was like, well, I guess I'll actually play a game with her, since, this never happens, and I was, like, playing it, and I was like, oh, it's not that bad, so, I was getting into it, and then, like, the mechanics are pretty good, like Tropical said, like, all the stuff that's there is, like, really done well, because it's, like, depending on where you put your houses, like, and, like, what you have next to them is dependent on, like, how your city grows and the population grows, but besides that, there's also objectives that you get, so you actually have, like, a goal of what to do, and, like, yeah, it has, like, that same problem with every other Facebook game, where it's, like, you can only play for a certain amount of time before you run out of your imaginary, like, unit of power that lets you play, and it's like, oh, you're out of energy, or, oh, you're out of whatever.
You're tired. Mare is tired and needs a nap.
Just like Dragon Age Legends, but in like Carmen Sandiego, and well, I didn't really play that much of the Oregon Trail, but whatever. So I've like played some, and they all have like that same thing where it's like, oh, you can play for a while for free until you run out of that magical goo, and you have to buy some more. But
wait, there's a Carmen Sandiego game on Facebook?
Yes, and the funny thing is, like, I haven't solved any cases, but they keep promoting me, so it's like I'm the worst Acme detective.
So basically, you're like the real Acme agents, because last time I checked, they never did.
I don't know. I remember like Dragon Age. It was very infuriating when I ran out of energy because it always seemed like you were in the middle of something. But with SimCity, it never feels like that. It feels like you can clearly see, okay, I'm in the middle of this thing. But usually there aren't so many. You don't need so much more energy to complete whatever it is you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the time queue for like everything is works really well because like when you have buildings that are producing money or what's the other thing that's not money, material. Yeah, so it's like they all like run on like a set, like this will produce this much of this in this much time, and like you have a timer in the top right that's like counting down to when you'll get more energy. So it's like as long as you're like just going through the motions of stuff, like your energy will like continually replenish. So it's like not an issue of getting more. It's just like when you run out, you won't have as much to burn through to like do everything. But it's like not as bad as everything else. It's like it does like the best job of that compared to every other Facebook game I played.
Yeah.
And then like I guess I accidentally spammed RPG because he got all mad at me today.
Yes, I was not amused.
It does that. I don't know. Like Facebook games are weird to me, where it's like it says like share this with your friends, and I'll be like, okay, sure, and then like I'll just
Don't listen to them.
click, and then like not even know it's just like spamming them. It makes it seem so non-aggressive. I just go along with it. I'm like, okay, sure, tell everybody I did this. So that was pretty funny.
I didn't think it was.
You know,
yeah.
it's weird because in the Sim Social, you can actually choose where it will. It has like 2 different friends lists. It'll say all your friends, and then you can also limit it to only your Sim Social friends. And they don't have that in SimCity right now.
Oh.
SimCity is just like, 50 recommended friends. Here you go. And you click on it, and it's like 50 random friends.
And somehow I'm always on everyone's range. How does that work? How does that work?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
Very funny.
That game also brought me out of the depression that I was in after the downer. Well, I guess it wasn't a downer. It was just like the flow and like the ocean and the currents and the wave, a tsunami of emotions that I went through in the cut for Master Chief 3's ending. Because oh my gosh, man. It wasn't just like the one time I played it, because the thing is, I had to make a video over and over because I was making videos for YouTube about like the multiple endings. So it's like I kept having to go through like the agonizing, like emotional, like it was just I was gone. I was like, I don't want to play anymore. I would throw my controller through the window and just turn the game off. But I had to like make videos for YouTube, and they added something in. It was just it was a credit to BioWare because it was just so pulls at my heartstrings. I was just like I was choking up. I was. It's hard for me to talk about. I don't want to talk about it, but it was like, man, good job, Ira. That was just above and beyond the call. It just, just so good. And yeah. And like I said, I'm at peace with the ending, and now they've added, or they pretty much fixed it, and like did some stuff. It's like I'm cool with it now. It's like whatever. It's like I was already over it. I'm over it again. So it's like yeah, and I didn't get a parade, but I have just like before they did stuff to the ending, I have like imagination, like filling in the holes of like there's a parade in there somewhere. They may not say it explicitly, but there is a parade in there somewhere. And
Normandy float. Shepherd float.
There's 2 things I wanted to say, but I can't remember. The only thing I remember is that like I did end up warming up to Javik and James after playing for so much. Like I don't hate them anymore, so they're cool. We're cool now. We're bros. So yeah, I don't hate them anymore. And then I finally imported my shepherd that romanced Ashley, and because I got some cool dialogue with her.
Ashley.
I knew you'd say so.
And no matter what game it's in, it's always a damn Ashley screwing something up.
My fiance will take offense to that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry about that.
But yeah, it's cool because like in the prologue mission at the very end, there's like a very subtle change in animation that they do. That's pretty cool that they did there with the love interest. But yeah, and there's a ton of cool stuff going on in the multiplayer. I'll talk about it in the news section, so whatever. Besides that, dudes, Dragon Quest V, finished it. Whew, so good. It's in the upper echelons of JRPGs of like I've ever played. Like just so good. It is in the tier of like Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VII. Just so good. Cool JRPG. Shut up RPG. I don't want to hear it. Take your pants and eat them. So, yeah.
Why would you even do that?
And I started Dragon Quest VI, and so far it's pretty good and very mesmerizing because it's doing some really weird and interesting things. I'm like, huh? What? And I'm like scratching my head, so hopefully it's nowhere to go but up, and it gets super awesome and better.
Wait, which one was 6?
6 is the Realms of Revelations. That's the subtitle. It's the one where you start off with like a flashback, but you don't know it's a flashback until like you get later on, and you're like, oh, that was... Well, it doesn't say it's a flashback. What's the thing? It's like, I got farther on, and like it didn't say it was a flashback, but I was like, is it a dream? Is it a flashback? I'm pretty sure it's a flashback because they're like, it's really cool what they do. They don't say, oh, it's a flashback, or oh, it's a dream. It's like you have to like peel back the layers of what happened, and like, yeah, I think that's a flashback. So yeah, But besides that, on handhelds, I've also finally got a new 3DS game after months of waiting.
Yeah.
... And the 8 rhythm, Final Fantasy, enjoying it. So good. Like, I forgot how much I loved Elite Beat Agents, and it's basically, it doesn't just take that mechanic, like the mechanics in that game, like just put it in a Final Fantasy game. Just like it does like similar things but differently, and with Final Fantasy music that you're playing to, and that is just a combination for just so good. Because
He's grunting again.
Okay. Sorry. Let me get back. Focus, Chris. Take it. Focus, take it. So yeah. Focus, take it. So yeah, it's like when you're playing, it has that cool stuff, and then like it also like before you play each set of songs for each game. Okay, so basically the game is set up into like when you first get the game, you have to unlock stuff in like modes, and there's series mode where you play through the series of songs from a game in Final Fantasy like 1 through 13, and so you play through the opening, which you can skip, and it's like the do 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 prelude song, and then there's like a field music event, a boss or not, I think it's called a boss fight or battle music scene, and then a music scene like DMS, EMS, and FMS. That's what it's called. And so like you play through those, they're all different, they're all pretty cool, and then like you get your they're like points, I forgot, they're Rhythmia points or something.
Yes.
Dumb. And then like that, as like every 500 you get unlock something. So you get 500 and you unlock like a new thingy or a new thingy.
Wow, that's specific.
I'm sorry. So you get 500 points and you unlock a new character or a new stage or a new song or something in the like museum or whatever, and like all this other cool stuff. And like you just keep unlocking stuff. And if you play it without equipping items to your characters that you have in your party, which you can use 4 of from all the 13, well, not all characters from all 13 games, but like a set amount from like the 13 when you first start off, like the lead characters. You choose 4, and then like
lead characters.
Depending on who you pick, they have different specialties, like in the different stages of like BMS, EMS, FMS. So it's like the like fighter dudes are good for the BMS, and then like the agile characters like Zidane and I think Zidane is kind of the only one I can think of. They're like good for the FMS, and then like the EMS I think is it's the same. FMS and EMS are like the same ones, where like the agile fast characters, and then they're better for those types. I've unlocked like a third thingy that was called like the Chaos Shrine, and like those are like the super, well, not super hard, but like basically when you get a song, there's 2 difficulties, and you can choose normal or expert. Normal is easy, expert's kind of hard but not, and then like ultimate is the third one that you unlock, which is like hard. So yeah, I haven't played too much of them on ultimate. I've like tried one out. It's pretty hard. And then normal is like doable. It's challenging but doable, and like I said, the easy mode is easy. So yeah. And then I'm enjoying it so far. I haven't unlocked everything yet, but I got the end credits already. So I was like, what? That was like the weekend I had bought the game, or the weekend I'd been playing it, and I bought it and I'd been playing it at work that weekend. I was like, what? I just bought the game. So.
Do you ever work when you're at work?
Shut up, RPG.
Seriously.
So hopefully there's like way more awesome stuff in the mod. Gamer said there is, so we'll see. I have like 12,000 Rhythmia right now, so that's where I'm at as far as that goes. I haven't unlocked any new characters because I haven't been playing through I've only got two stages cleared in the Chaos Shrine. I'm on the 3rd one, which is kind of hard, but I'm loving it. So, and besides that, I believe that is all I've been playing. And you can go now, gamer.
Because of Amazon, I was able to pick up Spec Ops: The Line for $25 on PC, and that game is kind of good. It's not $60 worth, that's for sure, but. Man, the way it's like the shooting is so mediocre. Who cares? It's like whatever. But like how they set up the situation, the scenario of you doing something in the story and it impacting. What you do, like the shooting wise, will impact the story. That's pretty cool. I like it. And how the 2 dudes and yourself change over the course of the game. Like you get more nasty. It's like in the beginning, it's like if you do a melee attack, you just do a melee attack. You just push the enemy to the ground, and you can just kill him right there. But then as it gets like later into the game, you just like fucking shotgun is like the kneecap, and you shotgun the face off. I'm like, oh my god, this is crazy.
Wow.
It gets nuts. Like
People are getting
It didn't-
brutal with these execution attacks nowadays, aren't
Yeah.
they?
And I don't know, just the way they did that, just fantastic. It's just too bad the shooting is kind of mediocre. Because like a burst from a rifle will just kill a guy out front, but then later on you get introduced to these. Like in Uncharted 3, there was heavies.
Mm-hmm.
There was the same thing in this game. It's like, oh, really?
Oh.
It's like, so this dude, you have an RPG, you shoot him, he gets staggered. Really? An RPG will stagger a dude.
Maybe it's
No
just
way.
really good armor.
No, it
Got
takes two
weighted
shots.
shoes.
It takes 2 shots to kill him. 2 RPGs.
Ah. Well,
And yet, it's weird. He doesn't blow up. He just, like, falls over. Like, oh, it's great.
it's such a truly good armor.
But then,
Oh.
I wish I had that armor, because the enemies, at the same time, they could kill you really quick. So, it's really, you know, edge, risk reward thing, whereas like, if you stand out in cover, it's like, oh, you're fucked. But, yeah, I really liked it. For $25, you can't go wrong. So, I will never touch multiplayer. And it's kind of funny that the Steam achievements, there's not one single multiplayer trophy, so I won't be playing that.
Sheesh.
Then I was playing, I also picked up Binary Domain for $10, so like, that looks great. 60 frames, 1080p, wow.
Wait. Okay, this is on Amazon, right? Because I
Yeah.
almost bought that. Is it compatible with Steam?
Steamworks.
Oh, I should have bought
Yeah,
it. Is
a
it still
lot
on sale?
Most Sega's games these days are Steamworks.
Is it still on sale?
Yeah.
Okay, I need to buy it.
$10.
After the podcast.
Hurry,
$10,
Tekken,
really?
do it now.
Yeah.
Do it before it's too late.
$10. Like,
Wow.
Spec Ops was crazy because $25, and the game just came out, like, what, 2 weeks ago? Or a
Yeah.
week ago? Like, that's crazy. That's why I just jumped on it. That game looks great, and then I bought Syndicate. Even though it's weird, because I was like, my finger was on the like trigger to buy. I was like, should I buy it? It's only $50. Because I was like, the only reason why I bought it, because the PS3 version was looking so crappy at sub HD. The only reason why I bought it is to see it. What does it look like at 1080p with like fantastic visuals? And it looks amazing. Like the resolution difference is crazy. Like it's so sharp, it's so clean. I would rather just play it again and again. Oh man, looks great.
Wow.
And then the last game I bought, I don't know if it was the last game I'll buy from them during their sale, but I just recently bought Need for Speed: The Run.
Ew.
I know, right? It's like, but you know, for $10, you can't go wrong. It's like that's a movie ticket. Actually, I gotta say, man, it looks pretty good. The gameplay is just terrible. It's like so boring, but it looks fantastic. It's like $10. Yeah, whatever.
Does it look really good? Really?
It looks great because of Frostbite 2, and like it's on my PC. It's like everything's on Ultra.
I was about to say on PC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on PC. Yeah, that's like the thing. Yeah, it's on PC.
Because thing, like on consoles, you know, Battlefield 3 on consoles looks okay. I mean, it's not phenomenal, but it looks okay. Whereas Need for Speed: The Run, same engine, looked terrible when I saw it.
Oh man, yeah, it looks great on PC.
Huh.
Everything max, like man, looks great. I like that engine. There's something about the engine, whether it's the motion blur or the mocap. Even though it's weird, because like in Need for Speed: The Run, most of the cutscenes are real time, rather than Battlefield 3, where it's like pre-recorded bullshit.
Wow.
It's like that's what I hated. Like I hated when they first touted the engines. Like, oh, look at this real time cutscene we could do, and like it's pre-recorded. So, but this time it's real time. Like the first time I saw like in-game face, like the first thing you see is this guy's face, and it's so clearly detailed. It's like, oh god, this engine can go places, but no one's gonna use it. But yeah, it's like, man, the gameplay is like, oh, pass some cars. Oh, meet the checkpoints. Oh, pass some cars again. Really? This is the game?
Yes.
Quick time events.
Yeah.
Well, you played Heavy Rain. You like that. It's not like...
Oh, the quick time events? I only encountered one so far. It was just the beginning. Whereas you're getting out of the
Crusher.
Crusher, yeah. And, yeah. And it's weird. It's like there's no setup for anything. It's like you're in this car crusher, then all of a sudden you're in a Chinese restaurant just talking to this chick. Oh, because you're a good driver. It's like, who the hell are you?
Who the hell am I?
It's like you're a redhead,
True.
beautiful redhead with pearls. Like, I don't know who you are. You're my girlfriend or wife or whatever. So that's weird. But yeah, so far $10 well worth spent.
Doesn't sound like it.
I should begin to take more advantage of my Alienware.
No, man, PC. I don't care if it's like garbage. If it looks great, I'll probably buy it. Like Crysis now is like almost 60 frames. Maybe not really 60, but maxed out. Like it looks great. And then PC games, man, that's like. It's like lately. It's like if I could just get it on PC for like $30 or less, and it looks so much better, runs at 1080p, 60 frames or 30 frames locked. I would rather just get for PC. Like unless it's multiplayer focused, I'll buy it on PS3. But man, PC all the way. Man,
yeah. Yep.
And what's this? I sort of dropped Fraps as my recording. There was this new program. There's not a new. I don't know if it's new or not, but there's this program called DxTory. It is freaking amazing. It is expensive, but the stuff you could do when you record PC games is great. Like you could down-res it automatically to like 720p when you're recording, and you could put like multiple audio sources. It's great. I like it.
Oh, cool.
It is $40 though. So
That's not a lot.
Yeah, that was like when you
It's a
said
lot
expensive,
Gamer, you said
like,
expensive,
like
and I was thinking
200, like a
I
hot
know,
dog.
right?
a recording program though. It's only a program. It's like it's kind of pricey.
Photoshop's expensive too.
Yeah,
It's for-
Photoshop is like $800.
Oh my.
Yeah, but only like 20 people made the thing, and but yeah, it's great.
Cool.
Oh.
Is that how you've been playing, Gamer?
I did finish trying to, and I'm trying to get the platinum, but I can't.
I'm sorry.
Which one?
Trying to.
Oh, trying to. Okay.
You know that game for me, best graphics this year.
Really?
Yeah. I like the way they stylized everything. It's like it's so colorful and fantasy-like. Yeah.
I think that's what they were going for.
I know. Look, it's so detailed, like what they did with the world. It's like rather than, it just looks like a polygon here, a polygon there. It's like there's grass, there's trees, there's plants.
I've played the demo for both of those, and I kind of want to get them, but they always come at such a bad time.
You know, RPG, it was free with PlayStation Plus.
Shut the hell up, you. Plus, I'm not joining your cult.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been playing. Then Silent Hill HD collection got a patch, and I was playing that, and it's still kind of crappy.
I'll just wait for
Bad.
the movie.
Yeah, it's sad.
I do want Silent Hill 2.
I just remembered something I've been playing.
Of course.
Oh, Walking Dead. Did any of you guys play Walking Dead?
Oh, yes.
I forgot about that. It's like, it just
That
popped in
game
my head.
is so awesome.
Episode 2, man. Oh, intense.
Holy cow.
Okay, so is it Heavy Rain style where it's like a bunch of QTEs?
It is better.
Decisions
It
that
is
No.
better
Yeah.
than Heavy
That's what it
Rain.
seems like.
It kills it. It kills Heavy Rain. Like, choices-wise, like,
Really?
Jesus.
Wow, I need to buy this game.
So good.
So I saw like something, like an interview or something where like someone said like your decisions will like come back to bite you maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Or there are like no win-win situations or something. I was like, yes, this is what I wanted. I wanted more lose-lose situations in Mass Effect, and I didn't get it, so yes.
Well, yeah, I don't know if there are losses. I mean, you do win, sort of, but you also lose.
Mostly, gray areas.
It's
like-
like,
There's also more episodes.
it's like
to
if
come
you have to
too.
pick between two people and one of them is going to die, it's like, well, it's a win because one of them lives, but
For
one
now.
of them also dies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. I've been hearing good things about that, but I haven't even played the
It's
demo.
really good. It's just, I've been on a zombie bender recently.
That's because there's zombies in everything now.
Because I watched all of Walking Dead on Netflix, and then I watched the second season elsewhere, and then
Kid to die.
I was watching I found this like book series that this guy had written called Autumn, and it's a zombie apocalypse series of novels where the word zombie is never in the book. And the zombies are really different from other zombies. Like, they don't actually eat people. They're just violent because it's like human nature or something.
That's kind of similar to
28 Days Later.
Yeah.
Do they? They don't eat people in 28 Days Later?
And the crazies.
They're just
okay.
They kill
very violent. Yeah.
Psychotically.
Okay. Yeah. In Autumn, there's not, at least from what I've seen, there doesn't tend to be a lot of explanation of like, or you don't tend to see a lot of how the zombie apocalypse happened type things. Like almost every zombie movie I can think of, it starts with a guy or lady waking up in the zombie world. You know, they always wake up and it's
like, how do you
what's
sleep
my daughter
with something
doing
like
there?
that?
Like, oh my gosh, my daughter just ate my husband. The other one's like, I woke up from a coma. I was like, what the heck? And he goes outside and says, holy crap, there's zombies. And in Autumn, like, the first part is all about the actual event. And in Autumn, the way it happens is, like, everyone suddenly dies. It's like some sort of airborne illness. And just, like, it kills so fast, like, within 3 minutes.
Jeez.
99% of the world population just drop dead, foaming blood at the mouth. And the rest of them were just like, what the heck just happened? And they're just all hiding, and like the world is all quiet, save for like the fires for people who died while they were driving cars and, I don't know, filling up gas at the gas station.
Man, wouldn't that suck? Just in while driving your car, you all of a sudden just drop dead, car just run off the street into some random.
Essentially. Yeah, so all this zombie stuff, and I was starting to think like, a lot of people are sick of zombies, and yet I can't really think of many games that truly capture that sort of zombie movie type experience. I mean, there's a lot of games where you shoot brainless enemies, but see, lots of bad games have you do that too. They just don't call their enemies zombies.
I think people were just more tired of the whole zombie modes and things than they were necessarily zombies. Because, I mean, when you think about it, a lot of people just add horde modes with zombies attached to them. It's not really like some kind of story behind it or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, Walking Dead, the game, I can't wait for the rest of the season to come out.
The waiting game is like the worst part.
Yeah.
Is it monthly or weekly?
It was supposed to be monthly, but then they said, but it's a bullshit response. They said, we're just waiting for a platform holder to give us, what is that? What is it called?
Verification.
Certification.
Certification, yeah. It's like, that's so much bullshit.
Hey.
It's like you couldn't. I think they just couldn't because they're doing that 3-platform thing. Because before they used to do is PC first, and then they release console. But now it's like they have to do all 3 at once. Like, and they're a pretty small company, so it's kind of hard for them. But it's like, man, it's so good. It's like I want this. Like, I would rather trade like what they did with Jurassic Park and then Walking Dead. It's like Jurassic Park, I could wait because that game is shit. But Walking Dead, I need to consume it like right away. It's like even though there's some technical glitches, but it's easy to look over.
It feels way more polished actually. Like Jurassic Park had a lot of glitches.
Yeah, it skips
Walking Dead feels, Walking Dead feels very solid. Everything, the mechanics are kind of similar, but like better in so many ways, and like it works so well with the controller. Like, this is amazing. Game is good.
I want to play this game now.
Is it 15 per episode or 10 or 20 or how much is it?
I bought the season pass for 25.
Like 25.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm going to buy this after the podcast. I was like, how much is it? Because you guys are talking it up like it's the awesomest thing I need to play.
It is so good.
And it's easy platinum. Probably the easiest platinum that will ever exist. Because all you have to do is play
it's still going to take half a year, but yeah.
It's going to take a half a year, but it's going to be my next platinum.
It's going to take half a year, but it's easy to
platinum. I know, right?
Well, because like there's no special, like a lot of the choice games, they want you to see everything, so they'll tell you to play it twice. So you get trophies for doing certain decisions, whereas this one is just like, when you reach certain junctions, it just gives you the trophy. Like, the trophies are...
You don't even care. It's like
pretty meaningless, I guess. It's just like, here, you completed this part of the story. You completed this part of the story, and it doesn't matter what you
just
did.
like a chapter trophy then, as opposed to...
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah,
That's
then there was
fantastic.
no point for those.
Because I mean, we're hyping up now, but we don't know what the other episodes, if they're going
It's
to
true.
be up to this quality, you know.
They might just
Yeah,
get
so
tired
far,
after the second one and be like, yeah, we'll just throw something out there.
I really liked the mechanics in the first part of it, like just the way that the cursor is integrated into the game and how you actually interact with stuff.
Yeah.
It was really cool, and then when you got to the action scenes, it's like, whoa, this works so well. It replicates that frantic feeling really well. And then when you get to the second part, it's like it's really neat to see the decisions from the first game carry over, and then just like what is happening is just so crazy. So good.
I'm going to wait till all the episodes are out, and then I'll just buy them all at once. I can just marathon it. So I don't have to be like Gamer. Be all...
Waiting.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, and you know, they did say, oh, we're going to have it ready in August, so that's like a month. So like,
Yep.
it better be a month.
I'm okay with that. Yeah, if it drops to September, I'll be a little upset.
It's like,
But
man,
still.
the new season's going to be out by then. It's like, shit.
The day when it comes out is just, that was very exciting. Like, oh, it's out today? No way.
I was kind of pissed that, like, Xbox got it first. No, I want it. I want it now. It's like Friday. Friday's weird for PSN.
Yep.
But we got it. And it's amazing. Even though there was a glitch. When
I first downloaded
came
it,
out,
I couldn't play it.
Couldn't play it. But they were quick. Within like an
Yep.
hour or two, it was like, patch. Man. Such a great turnaround from Jurassic Park. It's like, remember, I was so down for their future franchises after Jurassic Park. It's like, oh man, how are they gonna do this? But then they did this. Like, I have full faith in whatever they're gonna do next. Can't wait. What are they what other franchise are they doing? Do you know? I forgot what they were doing.
It's a comic book. But I can't remember.
That narrowed it down.
Yeah,
to...
it's also, I think it's the same publisher as The Walking Dead.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember which
Yeah,
one
can't
it
wait.
is.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mass Effect 2. I went back and played it to get my Shepard in, and I'm gonna keep going back to get all my Shepards in. And like, yeah, the combat just doesn't compare to 3 because infinite sprint, combat roll, and like it's just I don't know, just something about it is magical to where it's so much better in 3 than 2. So
Because
yeah,
it's more action-y.
it is so good. I think that was all. Yeah, that was all. Everybody done what they're talking about? What they've been playing?
Yes.
Of course.
Oh wait, I had 2 more things actually. I was looking at
Except you, apparently.
Well, it's not really what I've been playing, just like something I wanted to like say, because I'm not sure if I said it before, but like Legend of Dragoon and Tomba on PSN, PS1 Classics. If you haven't played those games, because I've been like raging about these games should be on the PS1 Classics, and they are, and I bought them. I haven't played them. Well, I played a bit of. I haven't played either of them. Never mind. So yeah, I watched the intro to Legend of Dragoon, but I haven't played them yet. So you know, check them out if you're
one for that one. That'd be nice.
Check them out if you're a fan of those, because they're awesome. And yeah, I guess that's it for first segment, and we'll come back after this with the weekly topic of games and services. Where is it taking us and stuff? Wii U, PSV, first look good. Ow! Alright, we're back, second segment. So, up until recently, the traditional way that you experienced the game was you go to a store. You pay your 50 to 60 to however much you're spending on the game.
Yeah.
Get it, take it home, play it, and finish it when, depending on how long it takes you, and, maybe a couple hours, maybe a couple days. And depending on the person you are, you might go and trade it back in, or, you might keep it to play it at some other time. But it seems recently that games are moving toward the games as a service model, where it's like Rock Band style. It's like, oh, here's the game. Oh, you want some more stuff? All right, we'll just keep pumping it out, and as long as you keep playing, you'll keep on being able to experience the game. And it never ends. And not only does it never end, it ends the agonizing wait between with installations in games where it's like, oh man, I can't wait for the next version of this game, or I can't wait for the sequel, or can't wait for the next part of the story, or what happens next? I can't wait to see what happens next, and just all that stuff, And now we're here to discuss what happens when this becomes the standard. And is it the standard that it should be, or should games as a service, is that something evil? And we're like, no. Or should games as a service, is that just a dead end, and we're like, we should completely abandon it because it's so terrible and stuff,
Well, the weird thing about this is it doesn't happen to games that it would probably make more sense for it to happen to, and we end up just getting like nickel and dime for games that you probably wouldn't. I mean, I guess for games with multiplayer, it's okay. They just add map peps or whatever, but for games where, like Tropical was talking about earlier, well, while we were on break anyway, about like stuff for like Madden games and things of that nature, where if you just updated it as opposed to releasing a new title every year, it would make more sense. But then you have games like, I guess 13-2 would be my only example I can go to, because it's the only game I played this year with all the extra DLC crap they keep adding. And it's like, it's a game you necessarily, I mean, you technically want to end, but they keep, adding more and more, even against your wishes. It's like, it's not what I want. What are you doing right now? So, I think the whole games as a service thing is kind of like an awkward situation as it is right now, because it seems all backwardsy.
I think from listening to Gamer and Tropical talk about Walking Dead in the last segment, it's like the way that more traditional games that aren't like developed from like point A to point Z when they're being made as a episodic version to like be more, what's the word I'm looking for here? More adaptable per se, because it's like, all right, the game's out, but we're not going to just like stop and drop everything that we've been working on for like the last 5 years to get this game done. We're going to keep supporting it and like developing it and keep putting stuff out and content out for our fans and like consumers to like keep on enjoying the game. So it's like, or like to me, well, I guess I'll just like go out and say like I prefer like the games as a service. Like to me, it seems like it's a good thing, because it's like I've been thinking about this a lot since like I've been cracking out on Mass Effect 3, where like every month we're getting like free DLC, and it's like I love me some Deus Ex, Human Revolution, and Batman Arkham City, but the DLC train seems to just, or the DLC stream has dried up and evaporated because I ain't getting no more DLC, and if I was, I'd totally would about it. But they dropped the ball, so Mass Effect 3 crackout time. Let's do this.
I still need to get Human Revolution, actually.
I think it just what a company would get tired of just releasing DLC for the same game.
You would think that, but some people don't seem to be getting tired of it at all.
Well, I also think that there would like still be room for like traditional games of like, okay, here's a $60 game that we crapped out after 4 years of development. Enjoy.
Gross.
Because like you would spend 4 years, or a team would be set aside to be spending more time. It's like they would be tired with that product by then.
Especially Call of Duty, it's like who was just brought in to do the new one? Was it Neversoft or Beanox or who was it? Sledgehammer. It's like no.
Who names these companies?
I thought it was Neversoft. Aren't they?
Oh, you mean Treyarch?
No. There's another team that's doing another Call of Duty.
Yeah, like, Neversoft is working on one too.
Yeah,
it's like instead of like taking a team that is like not doing or working on that, you should just like have the team that's already working on it just keep on trucking and not just be all like, let's bring in another team to What if they I'm not the I don't want to be.
But that's
Debbie
what they
Downer.
did, didn't they? They had Treyarch do Call of Duty because they want Infinity Ward to do the next thing, and they want Treyarch to do the sequel for the next year. Then it's happening again with Neversoft and Sledgehammer.
That way they can keep the installments coming
And who
without
made that?
the loads in between.
Who made Singularity? Raven.
Ravensoft.
Now they're doing something for Call of Duty. It's like there's this endless cycle of just the same shit but by different teams. And now what's that? People Can Fly. They did I haven't finished it yet, but Bulletstorm, the really crazy Bulletstorm, and now they're doing freaking Gears of War.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, probably, because game creators are creative people, and they probably don't want to be doing the same thing forever.
Yeah.
But it's just, I guess from free-to-play is more of like a business model, I guess. It's not so much about design, and parts of it are. But a lot of it is just, I feel like it's not so much that it's changing the types of games. It's changing the way that get games out to people. So like for Madden, for example, for most of us who don't play it every year, it feels like every year is the same game except that the rosters have changed. So why don't you just why don't you just release roster updates every year instead of releasing a new game every year? But the thing is, like, the game is different every year. So, as far as Madden is concerned, as a service, you would need to change it somehow. And I think I mentioned it before, like Gran Turismo. I was like, why don't they just make sort of this ultimate version of the game? And then, once you have that, what I mean by ultimate version is like it's very modifiable. So, if you want to add more systems and stuff later on, you can actually add those into this base game. And then, so in the end, you do end up with sort of downloadable updates every year instead of having a brand new game every year. And because it's the ultimate version, the developers can, they can actually make significant changes to the game.
It'll probably
So
be cheaper to take
they
less time for them too.
Maybe. I mean, I guess right now there's a lot of difficulties with that. Like, you have to get it to people. So how do you do that? Do you sell discs? Do you do downloadable? Lots of different avenues. And you could sell discs that way, and it would just mean, well, your disc isn't a $60 disc. It's meant to be an update to the game that they already have. Like, what would be wrong with giving everyone Madden to play for free? You know what that would mean? That would mean a lot more people are playing Madden. Your community is just that much bigger. Online, matchmaking doesn't have to take as long. And then for the people who want more, they have so many different aspects of the Madden game now. The Ultimate Team, you could sell all those as extras.
But this the question would be: would a company take the hit of selling a game at $30 plus selling the thing plus selling modes as DLC, or rather would rather get $60 upfront?
Yeah. You always play the risk of whether or not people are going to buy the add-ons and all that extra stuff down the line. So.
It's something that they would have to look at. I think, like Tekken was telling us just now, was it you've bought 50 DLC for Mass Effect 3?
Over 50 packs.
Over 50 packs at $3 a pack, so that's like, he could have bought 3 games. He could have bought a 3DS for RPG.
It's true.
So, I guess, yeah, it would depend. I think a lot of the bigger studios or bigger publishers are more fearful. They look at it as like, well, this is a sure thing. 1 million people are going to pre-order Call of Duty, so that's $60 million right there. or so I guess they're less willing to look at it as like, well, we could do $20 million initially and then sell an infinite number of things to people like Tekken. Tekken could spend quadruple the amount and make, if only how many people would you have to
just triple it, quadruple dipping that he does.
I don't know. Yeah, it feels like a lot of people. Someone has to show. I guess that's the problem with Steam right now and Valve. They don't really release how much they're doing. They're just saying, "Yeah, Team Fortress is doing better than ever now." But unless someone comes out with the actual data, it's going to be hard to change some of the bigger places where it's just like, no, it's so scary. We can't do that. We gotta. $60 is a sure thing, so let's just do that.
Don't you think that's a kind of like a failure then for like Call of Duty Elite, since they only really support the current game? They don't really say like, all right, we're making map packs for all of the Call of Duty games. It's like they're only like focusing on the one that's out right now, which is Modern Warfare 3, and not like everybody that's playing Black Ops or World at War. It's like we also have some new stuff coming for you that's free with your Elite subscription.
Yeah, I guess it.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
where,
true.
like,
yeah.
Elite doesn't feel like a service at all. It feels like you prepaid for other stuff. It feels like, buying the Walking Dead season.
Yeah.
So you paid this money, and then you're sort of waiting around for your map packs to eventually come down the line when they're finally done. So that doesn't really feel like a service. I mean, it feels more like a service. Well, I don't know. Describe your Mass Effect 3 experience. I mean, does that feel like it's supposed to be a digital service for you? Does it feel like a service?
Yeah, because I keep getting free stuff.
Quote unquote free.
I just about to say,
free.
well, it's free.
It's free for the rest of us.
Well, I mean, like with purchase of the base game, on top of it is free. Like I didn't have to pay anything beyond that, even though I bought packs. But like, if I didn't buy packs, it would have been free. So it's like, cancel that out.
Get you.
Or I wish maybe it would be because like the Mass Effect 3 model, I just think it's great because you could still get the packs through just time spent playing the matches, and maybe if Call of Duty did something where you don't have to pay for Elite to get a map pack. You have to spend like these 15,000 tokens, and you get like one token per match or something. Then someone has to grind all that just to get the map. I don't know. Maybe something like that.
But then it's kind of similar to the free-to-play model, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like they can still get the same stuff. It's just people who
Someone
decide
can get
to
it
pay
for free.
Just go ahead and do it the hard way or, the easy way.
I guess, free-to-play is also it's a different way of thinking about the relationship between game makers and the people who play them. I mean, when you do the upfront cost and it's really high, then clearly what you're thinking about most is like getting that money initially. And after that, you don't really care about it. But with free-to-play, like, you have to care about what your consumer base thinks. That's how you develop the things that are actually going to get them to give you any money. And then so it's more about like engaging that audience and less about just that initial transaction, that one-time transaction at the beginning.
I was gonna say like maybe or like my ideal thing or like another ideal thing would be like with Borderlands 2. It's like if I'm gonna get the game and there's that what's their online pass thing called? It's not
like
or
Vault,
season.
Vault
the
Hunter.
the Vault thing. Like
Oh, they have one too.
Or not a season, or the Project $10 online pass. You get the whatever. Like
it's like the club, the premium club.
Yeah, that thing. It's like if you get that, then like you still get like content for the game, like or no, I'm sorry, I mean like they would continually like update the game with like stuff like they did with like the Mad Moxie and like Dr. Zed and the General Knox, like all that stuff. They like keep supporting it for like those people and like. Or they just like keep putting out like new stuff and not just like drop their support for the game like so soon after the game comes out. That's like my main gripe and like why I would like to see games go towards being like games as services as opposed to like okay, here's your $60 game that you bought and have fun. Oh, there's no DLC. Well, sorry, we'll make another game for you to have fun with 3 to 5 years from now.
Every game doesn't necessarily need DLC though. For even if I mean,
if you think about it, like, well, need is always a weird thing with games, but can DLC enhance every single game? I mean, if you think about Borderlands, if there was new stuff to play in Borderlands 1 right now, we would probably still be playing it.
Number 2.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, we wouldn't necessarily need number 2, quote unquote, need number 2 as much because we would still be having all this fun in new content in Borderlands 1. Mm-hmm. Perhaps we'd be excited about Borderlands 2 because, you know, for technical reasons or whatnot, it has all these new things. But Borderlands 1 would not be, you know, the populations that would still be much higher. So, you know, even with a single player like role-playing game, new content, it would enhance that, right?
Yeah, that's debatable.
I mean, like, for me, like, Final Fantasy 13, the fun part, like, you know, if they added more marks for you to hunt. And it's like, oh, I can play more with this combat system? Cool.
Then you'd love 13 too, then, because that's pretty much all their DLC is. Stupid add-ons. Honestly, that game.
You know, like, when I say DLC, though, I don't mean DLC as it exists today, where it's like, oh, you want more stuff? Well, here, give me $10. It would be more, it wouldn't be as harsh as far as pricing. Because it would be more about getting people to continue to play your game, getting people to continue talking about your game, so that it's sort of, you know, has that viral ability to get more people to play it.
Yeah, it'd be like cool if there's like cool DLC like that, like the Borderlands stuff that's like come out, like General Knox, etc., where it's like it is like it's, or like they could somehow like adapt it to where it's like a free to play, like within the game itself, like you can either buy it to get it like immediately, or you can like slowly grind your way to get it for free. But they probably wouldn't. I don't think from a business standpoint they would like stand for that. So
what would you buy in Borderlands? I thought the aspect of Borderlands that was crucial is like the loot.
Yeah, it is the loot.
What would you be buying? If they added like new loot packs, that would be really cool.
That, man, I am not gonna pay. It's like Diablo 3 all over again. It's like, would you rather pay for the item, or would you rather wait and let it drop? I mean, look how many times we like farmed Cromarax for like freaking forever.
Oh yeah, that was so much fun.
And sometimes you didn't get jack shit.
Is different mindsets. So like some people would be totally fine with farming, and then other people would just be like, no, I just wanna buy it. Why can't you just let me buy it? There are people like that.
Well, where's the fun in that though?
Yeah, well, yeah.
They don't have the time to continuously farm things.
Yeah, there's the newest episode of Pag Attack. If you watch it, it's basically Michael Pag does like a great job of explaining this. Where it's like some people have more time than money, some people have more money than time. It's like there's a very finite balance there that you cannot you should not try to.
But that's the game.
Disturb.
That's the game itself. I don't know.
It's weird. Like some people, well, it depends on what you want to get out of the game. I mean, playing. Some people like SimCity. I've been playing recently, like I've like the old ones. I found that actually playing the game is kind of boring. You know, it takes a long time to build up the city to where you can do like really cool stuff with it. Whereas if you just use cheat codes, then you have a ton of money and you can just do whatever. So, you know, would you rather play at your sort of low level and play the game as it's designed and just sort of do this really hardcore simulation of a city, or would you rather do really cool stuff in the city? And so, you know, there's sort of that balance between between the money and the time thing. Like EA has done this a lot in their games, where it's like, do you want to grind through all of Tiger Woods to unlock all the courses and then be able to play all the courses, or do you just want to play on specific courses but they're locked?
But then it just begs the question, like, why not just unlock it in the first place?
I don't know. Some people want, like, I guess EA's is
it was like the fuss over like the Street Fighter, was it Street Fighter 4, where you had to unlock characters.
Mm-hmm.
So why not just unlock it from the very get-go? It's like, yeah.
You don't have anything to work towards.
Yeah, like, it would change. I mean, apply that to Diablo. It's like, well, why don't we just give everyone the best gear?
No, but that's the game.
Well, that's the point, though, because then it's like, what would be the point if?
But see, like, that's not the game for everyone. Some people want to be really powerful, and I don't know, maybe they just want to see the story. Like, how come I can't watch the end cutscene at the beginning?
Because it's the end cutscene, and you're at the beginning. That's kind of how stories work.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's different for different people. Like, the game, getting loot is the game for some people, but some people, maybe it's not. Maybe they just want to see the story, and they just want better gear, and they're like, well, I have 0 gold, but I want good gear so I can get through the game. I'll just spend, it's like, $4 or $5 for a complete set of gear. That's nothing. That's like, for most people, that's half an hour of work.
Yes.
I also think that, like, it would expand, well, it would already expand, like, the lifespan of the game, but, like, if you look at Left 4 Dead 2, like, Valve just announced they're going to put out another map, so as soon as that comes out, we're all going to, like, crack out and play it, so... It's like, if there's always stuff to look forward to, the game, like, stays relevant, and in the, what was that, what's that word Gamer used? Was it like, zeitgeist?
Zeitgeist?
It stays in, like, the conversation of, like, relevance and stuff.
But the big difference there is that it's free. You're not paying for anything.
Like, I think they can... That's where I would like to see it go. Where either a lot more stuff is free or a lot more stuff is cheaper.
That I wouldn't mind.
Because that part, if we just if we just applied today's DLC and free-to-play models or whatever directly to future free-to-play models, it would be really crappy. It's like, oh yeah, we're going to keep supporting this for 3 or 4 years, but every time it's going to cost $60. It's like, well, then, that doesn't change anything. That's exactly the same as what we have now, except that you're calling it an expansion instead of a 2014 release or whatever. But, what Tekken was talking about, that solves another problem with the industry, where right now, if your game doesn't, do gangbusters right at the beginning, you're pretty much screwed, and, you have one option. You gotta lower your price. So, Spec Ops The Line for $20. Why? Because at $60, almost no one bought it. It's like, well, we gotta sell something. We need some revenue. So all you can do, like, your marketing, it's all gone. Like, a lot of games seem to just depend on free marketing from the enthusiast press. But they don't care about games that have been released already.
Yeah, like, if you look at, like, in the space of first-person shooters, which is, like, basically the, like, well, I'm not going to say, like, the main argument of, like, where this is going, but, like, Call of Duty is just, like, killing everything else, because it's, like, if you look at Starhawk, nobody cares about it anymore. If you look at Resistance 3, dead. What else came out?
Yeah, just shoot them all down, Tekken. Kill them. Do it.
Syndicate, dead.
Hey, Syndicate's not dead. It's just broken.
Same difference in this industry.
Basically, like, as soon as a new Call of Duty comes out, like, the ginormous foot comes down and just, like, squashes everything, and, like, well, or almost everything, and, like, it's, like, the only game that gets talked about for, like, months at a time, and everything else is, like, barely surviving.
It's not just sales. It's, the conversation shifts to that game, and then everything else is like, well, Yeah, there's nothing to talk about. You came out 3 months ago. That
used
game
to
was like
exist.
that, and that's it.
Hmm.
So, with free to play or sort of, more like Left 4 Dead 2, what you were just talking about, that's pretty crazy. That game is kind of old now, and yet it has some relevancy in the current in the now, because it's releasing new content.
Killzone 3, dead.
I
It
love
was a
this.
fun game.
They had like a second wind for a little while when they released the multiplayer only thing, and then it died again.
What else is dead
Homefront,
taken?
dead.
Keep
Medal of
on
Honor,
killing things.
dead.
Yes. Kill them all. Yes.
I'm looking forward to Medal of Honor Warfighter, actually, versus Call of Duty.
Okay, I have a question. So that Call of Duty Elite is the service that EA is using for Battlefield. Is there a similar one that they're going to make for Medal of Honor, or did they say anything about like putting that in all their first-person shooter games at all?
No, like Premium so far is a one-shot thing. It's just for Battlefield 3.
Oh, go ahead, Tropical.
Yeah, it's basically map packs and videos and like new gear and stuff.
Okay, so Tiger Fox, with Medal of Honor, the new one that you're excited about, would you rather it use like the traditional model of you pay $60 for the game, and then over the course of the year that it's out, just like pay like an extra $5 for each map, or do something like Elite, where it's like on top of the game purchase you pay $50 to $60, and then you get like a year of free content.
Provided they regularly release said
That's
content
regularly,
like they're supposed
you don't
to.
really know what it's going to be. Or some way to like grind it out in game to like you can access the content and unlock it for free, but you could also have the option to like pay and get it instantly.
Well, money's tight, so yeah, $60.
Up
And
front.
then if I need the money, if I want to get the DLC later, when I have the funds available, yes.
Interesting.
I guess
With like the
any
premium, I'm like really turned off. I want to get premium. It sounds like awesome for Battlefield 3. I mean, it sounds like it's really awesome, but that $60 price tag, that's just steep for me.
Yeah, I think the problem with like the premium services is like if each game or each franchise like started doing that, it would not be sustainable because you could only subscribe to like one game, so it's like it just would not work.
Right. I think
it's like,
I guess Mass Effect has it really good right now because in addition to paid DLC, like map packs essentially, there's also the Spectre packs are pretty genius because you can buy a potentially infinite number of Spectre packs, which like the just map packs for Battlefield. Once you've bought them all, that's it. That's all the money you can get out of a person because you have nothing else to sell them.
But you got the $50.
Right. But see, like, it would be cool if they could offer, like the Mass Effect situation right now, where people like Tekken have funded other people's map packs for free.
Basically.
Yeah, I wish that were the case because they would stop splitting the user base every time there's a map pack.
Yeah.
That's what's annoying me.
Pretty cool.
Hmm.
I mean, if there was some way that they could do that, then that's essentially I'm all for these types of systems where instead of trying to get a lot of money out of a few people, you get a little bit of money out of a lot of people.
A bunch of people.
Yeah. Or, you could do this thing where you get a lot more money out of a few people and then everyone else gets it for free. That's ideal, I think.
Provided you can find those people to mind like that, I guess, would be...
Well, the thing about those people, I think, is that they always find you.
They'll go
Those
out
are
and
the
hunt you
people
down.
who are,
Like,
I imagine those are the Uber fans, and the Uber fans, you don't need to look for them. They come to
they're
you.
there. Like Tekken, who quadruple dips on things and buys 60,000 packs.
Yeah, and the thing is, you don't know that other people aren't Uber fans because you've been charging them high admission to even try your thing. Like, once they've tried it, maybe they become Uber fans.
Like
And
Disney
then,
World.
and then they're the people buying $150 plus Spectre packs. Dollars.
Oh, Tekken. All single-handedly saving the industry.
He and his brethren that we don't know of.
But they're out there. They're out there.
Now I'm just wondering, like, what is GTA 5 gonna do? It's like, man, what are they gonna do?
They're gonna do a season pass like it did the Max Payne.
Yeah.
How do they do it like LA Noire? Because there's like so much, like, I guess that's another alternative.
Man,
like, there's like so much stuff in that season pass for LA Noire, and I haven't even played like half that stuff. It's like, there's so much there, and it's like, that was like a good model for that game. Like, there's so many cases in the season pass.
It felt like they ripped it out of the main game and sold it as DLC.
It did? I haven't played it.
Yeah, there was a story bit with Cole. It was like, it was in between cases.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Actually, they actually said that that's how it went down. They couldn't,
seriously.
They couldn't fit everything on the discs.
Bullshit. My Blu-ray says bullshit.
Well, yeah,
God
like, that's the thing, though. They can't just do Blu-ray gets everything and Xbox gets stuff, and then we download it later.
No, couldn't the 360 people download it, and then we just have it on disc? Like, PS3 users have it on disc?
You remember the contract, right? Like, Xbox games can't be... If you want to release on Xbox, you have to have feature parity on the disc.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah,
really?
that's what... Yeah, there was that article several months ago about that. And then when they talked about LA Noire, it's like, yeah, all the DLC is stuff that wouldn't fit in the game discs. So...
It was already on, 3 discs, wasn't it? Or something?
I think so. It was already a lot of discs.
So they couldn't pay for the extra disc, I guess.
I guess they didn't want to. Yeah, like,
they do charge for that, don't they? There's like...
Season Pass it's not really a service. It's more of... It's like you pre-bought a bundle at a discounted price.
It's basically pre-ordering. Yeah. It's not really...
Yeah. That's not really a service. Yeah. Like, if it's a service, I think it needs to be a combination of, you're doing free stuff and you're also doing other stuff. Pay for stuff.
Kind of like you get the in-between episodes or something before each game gets released or some crap.
And I think you guys should try out Blacklight Retribution and their free-to-play model.
I don't know what that is.
It's interesting. It's a free-to-play first-person shooter.
I think I was high on that game at one time.
Or maybe Tribes Ascend, though that came out as well.
Yeah.
So.
I'll have to try that.
That is also
I like that one.
Those are free, and they have they have a model where you get to pay for stuff. Or Dust, that's coming out. That's coming out soon.
Okay, so for the Blacklight Retribution, isn't there 2 Blacklight games? Is that the second one?
The first one is the one that's garbage, but the second one's the one that's actually okay.
Are they both free to play or just the second one?
Second one is
just the second one, yeah.
Okay, I'll try them out, and I'll report back on how I thought they did.
This should go well.
I guess we should just play more free to play stuff and then figure out how we feel about this, because there's a lot of it. There's a lot of free to play stuff now.
Where?
Mostly on PC.
What was that Sony MMO?
Planet Side 2?
No, the one for PS3 that was released.
Something about Free Roam?
Oh,
Free Roam.
game.
Yeah. Is that free to play? Is that transaction or driven or not really?
Yeah, it's free to play.
Okay.
You can buy it's called Station Cash in a card form at stores and use it in Free Roam.
Because even PlayStation Home, that's like a free to play model.
It is.
And because I was kind of tempted today because they have this companion pack, and there's you can have a teddy bear walking with you.
Seriously?
Oh, you can get the teddy bear for free.
Are you serious?
There you go, right there.
How?
I'll tell you later. Yeah, no, it's just like
even that. That's only.
It's like he doesn't even check before he does these things.
Even though you there was a game, was it Novus Prime, whatever? I paid for that. I paid for the suit or something. Then you get to get the game, quote unquote game.
Yep.
That was weird. But yeah, that model for home and for what's the PC version of PlayStation Home? Second Life.
Gamer, you had to like soil our podcast with the name of that.
That's just the type of
that abomination.
Is it really that bad?
I have seen so many interviews and crap of people drinking that Kool-Aid of Second Life. Just, F that. Someone change topic. Someone please.
I think it's that question.
Is this
PlayStation Home.
Type of play.
Oh, dear.
Someone needs to stick their finger in that Tekken wound and twist it around a little bit.
I thought you were going somewhere else with that comment.
That game is
well, it's not really
you just called it a game. It's not a game.
Yeah.
That thing, that atrocity.
But what do you think about like Phantasy Star? That's free to play as well.
Which one?
I'll be on that day one. I love
And
Phantasy
Eve.
Star.
Is Eve free to play right now?
Isn't it?
I thought it's subscription.
Oh no, Eve is that model you're talking about, where you can actually grind it out in the game
Yeah.
to pay for your subscription.
I thought it was subscription. There's also this one cool one on Steam I haven't played. I forgot what it's called though. It looks pretty cool.
Let's say, how do you know it's cool? You haven't played it. Like,
I'm sorry I'm bringing the name, but yeah.
That.
Let me look it up real quick.
Yeah. Way to go. Way to go.
Doom, doom, doom,
Actually, there's like a full section on Steam now that has like free to play stuff.
Although I wish that model that Charles was talking about when we were like on our break, if they just like made the base games cheaper or something, and then just went with the whole DLC thing or whatever. I could live with that. It's kind of like a medium.
Oh, Star Trek Online free to play. I haven't gotten back to that in a long time.
It's true. That one's free.
I
guess. I don't know.
I know the MMO model for free to play is like totally different for me because they're totally locking out to some features.
Yeah.
If you don't pay the monthly, so that's kind of it's a different type of free to play, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But not the one I like.
Well, yeah, I think it's good that games move towards being services rather than products.
Yeah, I wish it was more like that. Like, I'm tired of buying Call of Duty every year, even though it's the same thing every year.
Pretty much.
Gamer.
Like, let me drive a vehicle in Call of Duty. That would be great. Like, take that AC-130 and just fucking drive it. Like, drive into the ground or something. Commit suicide.
Yeah.
Make it different. If you want to make a different game, don't make it the same.
Drive AC-130 into the ground.
That's what's annoying. That's what's annoying about Call of Duty. It's not different.
I mean, I think eventually when everything is sort of cloud streaming, are people going to be willing to pay $60 for a game that they never physically have in their house?
Yeah, it's called a lot of PC gamers.
Well, no, like
Those who aren't PC gamers.
PC gamers, like even now, you download the data onto your computer, so it's on your computer. Whereas with something like OnLive,
it's coming from somewhere else.
Yeah, it's never on your computer. You see images, so the images are on your computer.
But you never.
And you send your inputs out, but like the game was never there.
And it never will be. Never It'll be like glorified renting.
Yeah, so I think they kind of have to move to that. If technology is moving there, then the business model needs to shift to a service.
I just looked it up. It's a global agenda.
Thanks, Tekken, for joining us there.
Global agenda. What type of game is that?
It's a action RPG.
I love action RPGs.
With shooting. Third person.
Okay, then he lost me.
Yeah, games as service, it solves so many problems.
But doesn't it just open up a bunch more? Isn't it just like a never-ending cycle?
Well, it introduces some issues that you have to deal with. But, like right now, there's the problem of, at least from the publisher side and developer side, there's like used games. They don't like GameStop taking this huge cut of used games. So with free-to-play, how is GameStop going to sell a used free game? Or how are they going to buy one?
I was just about to say, how are they going to get it in the first place?
How are they going to get it?
It's like kind of hard to...
So, that's gone. So it solves, that. It also solves your stickiness problem, where it's like, how do you keep people engaged in your game? And it's like with free-to-play or games as a service, it's a service. So you're engaging them. That's what you provide. And then, since it's free, more people can play it. Just there's less barrier to entry, so that solves your sort of marketing. In a way, it solves some marketing issues where you can just use your player base as your marketing. Whereas right now, it's sort of a scatter shot. Like, we'll do some TV stuff. We'll put some banners. We'll put posters in these places and boxes and
kind of hope for the best.
Yeah.
So
And then,
I guess with that,
finally, like for consumers, then we just have lots more games. We can all be more well-rounded gamers. We don't have to, go all in on one game and just like, yep, this is the one I like. I don't care about any of the other ones. Like, well, if it's all free, then you can try lots of different things. And, so it becomes cheaper for most of us. And, more people are playing. How can that be bad?
All right, with that conclusion, does anybody else have anything to say about games and services and the future of it?
No.
All right. We'll be coming back after this with the news and stuff. Rap tap, wee pews beepers.
Beatbox it.
Alright, we're back. News, final segment. Chapter Cole. You called it. Sony bought Gaikai.
Yay!
Ta-da.
We have no idea what's going to come
I
of
was just
it.
about to say, like, do we know what's going to happen with that?
I imagine Gaikai is going to be on a lot of Sony devices. And, if other companies don't care that they're now paying Sony for the service, they might as well have it too. So, what was it? Samsung TVs have Gaikai on them.
Mm-hmm.
But why not? I mean, you're gonna pay someone for the service. Who cares if it's Sony? You guys are partners in some places.
That's true.
Yeah, that'd be cool. TVs that you can stream games directly to.
Imagine that.
Or demos without having to download them.
Yes, that's still the dream for me.
I know, right?
So we'll do that one. awesome. I think what is likely to happen is it will be. It's a lot like how PlayStation 3 is. There's a lot of different stuff you can get for it, but you don't necessarily have to have all of them. I mean, it's like a lot of people don't have Move, and they play their PlayStation 3 is just fine. A lot of people don't use Home, but, that's okay. So Gaikai will probably be some sort of optional service where it's like, yeah, you can do it, just do disk-based, or you can try out this new thing where it's all cloud streaming.
It's going to be a part of PlayStation Plus because they're jerks.
Yeah, I don't imagine it's going to be free unless the freemium free-to-play revolution takes place. But, yeah.
Oh, man.
Do it. Revolution.
I love a good revolution. That's how we became a country.
Okay, next news story. Does anybody have anything?
Metal Gear Solid 4 getting trophies soonish to tie in with the 25th anniversary of Metal Gear Solid, which just recently happened, where there was very, very little news coverage on that, sadly.
Oh.
But, yeah, very soon. Supposedly in August. And Hideo Kojima said that he's got some kind of event where he's going to emphasize connecting people, like the connectivity or whatever, sometime in August as well. It was very vague. So who knows?
They do best.
Something to do with the Vita, I bet. I hope.
The sort of side news related to that, which is very exciting. I don't know where Gamer saw it, but full install for Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah, full install, dude.
Yep.
So no longer will you have to wait 20 minutes in between chapters. You can just install the whole game and then just play through the whole game.
Yep.
Mind-blowing.
That'll be fun and hard drive eating, but fun.
Yeah. Awesome.
I mean, you can always uninstall it after you finish with it again, so it's not like...
Installing, let's say 20 gigs. That's going to take a long time.
Yeah. It's going to be... Wow, it's sort of weird that Metal Gear Online is gone now.
Yeah.
It's sad. I liked Metal Gear Online.
Metal Gear Online, dead.
Yes! Kill more. Kill more.
Crisis 2, dead.
Yes. It sustains me.
You have very weird protein requirements.
Wait, so you have no more news?
Oh, I do.
Okay.
Wait.
Making sure none of us did before he went into his spiel.
That's okay. Move on.
Here it goes. Everybody grab a drink.
Oh, is it my turn now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, Mass Effect 3, Online Operations Bounty Weekend. July 13th through the 15th. Squad goal, extract at least one squad member against Reapers on gold difficulty. And Reapers, to me, are the hardest faction in the game, so this could be a pain. I'm not sure if I'm going to roll with my Solarian Engineer or Krogan Sentinel, we'll see. And then also the allied goal is to extract 400,000 squads against Reapers on any difficulty. That's a multi-platform goal, community goal, so it's like, everybody playing, let's do it, 400,000 extractions, yeah!
That sounds like a lot for one person to do, like, what the hell?
And if you complete the squad goal on gold, you'll get a commendation pack, and if we all complete the allied goal, we'll all get a victory pack. And the metal gel capacity will be increasing from 5 to 6. I'm guessing this is to help with the newly announced platinum difficulty, which I'll get to in the next news story. And the operation will begin Friday, July 13th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and end 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Friday the 13th versus the Reapers.
Haha, I get it.
Will I finally open the game this weekend? We'll see.
Tropical, what the hell?
Well, Tropical, if you do, you'll be able to access the third, I repeat, third, free downloadable content pack Mass Effect 3
Tekken.
Earth
You're welcome.
coming out next Tuesday, where we'll be getting new maps taking place on Firebase, Rio, Vancouver, and London. Cannot wait. As well as new mods and gear for your arsenal.
I don't think
characters.
Tekken can wait.
Are you sure? 'Cause
I have this feeling that Tekken
I didn't
can't
hear the
wait.
cannot wait.
so it's not official unless he grunts.
Oh, don't worry, I'm getting there. So yeah, Mass Effect 3 Earth will also, like I just said, come with the new Platinum difficulty. I don't even want to try that. I don't.
Wait,
Silver,
what?
But you
Dude,
have to.
dude, gamer. Gold, I do not even like to play on gold 'cause it's so hard. Platinum, I don't even want to imagine how hard.
Wait, does
Platinum
this come with a new thing next week?
is. This is next Tuesday.
Yeah.
This is the next DLC coming out next Tuesday.
Oh my god. I want to try it.
I'll try it once and then like I'll see how bad it is.
Yeah, like
But-
one-shotted.
And then there's going to be 3 new weapons: the Piranha Assault Shotgun, Acolyte Pistol, Typhoon Assault Rifle, and 6 brand new human N7 classes.
How many?
6.
That's all
okay.
human, yeah.
6 brand new classes added to the already stellar lineup. We get the Destroyer Soldier, Platinum Sentinel, Demolisher Engineer, Slayer Vanguard, Shadow Infiltrator, and Fury Adept. Each come with
I like those
new and
classes
powerful
sound,
abilities
though.
and melee attacks. So you might be able to be, Phantom, you've killed me, time to get my revenge with my beam sword thingy that the new infiltrators have.
Lightsaber?
So, yeah, no, it's not lightsaber.
Oh, I forgot. Licensing issues.
So yeah, like I said, this will be available on July 17th for Xbox 360 worldwide, or Xbox 360 and PC worldwide. PS3, it will be out on July 17th in North America and July 18th in Europe. And like I said, free.
I think it's
Yeah,
free.
cannot wait.
Because of people like you.
Thank
You
you,
can all
Tekken.
thank Tekken for helping you guys get this free.
You and your $3,000 friend, whatever.
Oh man.
That is awesome. He has paid for the game for 50 people.
That was nice of him, actually.
Oh, also, there's going to be a Mass Effect panel Saturday at Comic-Con, so hopefully some more new nuggets of details of future DLC, hopefully single player, about the supposed Leviathan DLC for what's supposed to be for the single player from Mass Effect 3. Cannot wait. Oh, yes, cannot wait, yes.
Leviathan, huh? Supposed to like.
What if they
Leviathan
just talk about the anime?
And that's cool, because I'm going to buy the anime, so whatever. It's like, yeah, before I was like, James Vega can go F yourself, but, after playing a while, it's like, he's kind of a cool dude, so, I'll totally buy it and see his, or his story that he talks about when he's on the ship about, yeah, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going into it right now, but yeah, stuff happened. Yeah.
What if they get booed at their panel? That'd be great.
They already had a panel, like, after that, and, like, they weren't booed, because their fans love them, and I'm one of them, and, yeah.
I was just about to say, Tekken's any indication. If anything, they're probably going to all have to, like, scotch guard everything at the panel. Make sure nobody's juicing up everything.
Oh, there's also... Oh, does any of us have any news? Because I'm totally, like, just reading something now.
Just go ahead.
I may very well be going to Comic-Con in New York in October.
Can I go?
Yeah, sure. Just
I
buy your
can't.
ticket and a plane ticket and meet up.
Have to work.
I requested time off and they approved it. So
Yeah, that wouldn't happen.
now is just the saving up the money part.
But
But I'm gonna
do you
be-
have the Ouya game console news?
I was going to say that for last chapter.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But, alright. So, yeah, next, I guess, whatever. I'm going to stop looking up new stuff to talk about, because, like, whatever. We've got a long time since our last episode, and there's a lot of stuff that went down, but, nothing too, whatever. So, yeah. The other thing I was
Aha.
was that supposedly the next Batman game following Arkham City will be a prequel that centers around Batman's first encounter with the Joker and take place in a Silver Age, as opposed to the dark grittiness of the current setting.
Ew.
Yeah, it's kind of like, no.
Kapow! Wow.
This is just awful. There was no Tim Drake in that.
There were giant group fight scenes.
Yeah, but nobody was really allowed to hit anyone.
Very well choreographed.
You know what would be part of it? It would be part of getting out of death traps.
Yes.
Oh no, I'm strapped to this table and there's lasers everywhere.
But luckily I have my laser table repellent spray in my backpack.
Bat laser mirrors in my belt.
Like, seriously, he had the most random stuff in his utility belt. Didn't make any sense. I was like, why would you have this?
Bat table
This
trap.
is an awesome
escaper.
handyman.
It's like he could be in the most random situation. It's like, don't worry, I have my shark repellent laser deflector key thing in my pocket. It's like, why? When would you have ever needed that other than now? So it's just so random. This guy,
He's the ultimate Boy Scout.
I guess. I thought that was
Well, they
Superman.
could have just named things differently depending on the situation.
Just change the name. It's like, this seems appropriate. Oh,
Isn't that chewing gum? No. It's bat rat poison.
Yes.
just made that up, didn't you?
Logic.
That show is really... Yeah.
Adam West is awesome, okay?
Yeah. He's something. That's what he is.
You know, actually, now that we've talked about it, I think I would be okay if they released a downloadable, or a cheaper version of this. And it starred Adam West Batman.
Yes.
And it was just sort of campy, but played really well. I think I'd be okay with that.
It would have to
And
be
Mark
done
Hamill is the Joker.
extremely well. Extremely well. Or else. But still, there's no Tim Drake in that. I don't know how I feel about the other Robin. Or Batgirl. She was kind of sucky in that one.
Was that the Holy Jeliculars
Yes.
Batman?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It was a black Catwoman, too.
There was a lot of different Catwomans in that one.
Oh, they changed. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because you can do that. I think. I change my race all the time.
Why are we whispering?
On to the next one.
That our Cyborg and Nightwing are going to be in the Injustice
Nightwing.
DC Buying.
What did I just say? Like 5 minutes ago. It's like the worst Robin ever.
Just this guy's among us. So yeah.
It could have been like, hey, it could have been like Red Robin or something. We could have worked with that, but no, this is Nightwing. Nobody likes him.
Nightwing and Starfire hooked up.
Nobody likes him.
I like Starfire, though.
I can
Hey,
accept
is
that.
Starfire the one that's just wearing like a bikini or something?
Basically, yes.
I was watching Teen Titans the other day.
You
And it was the movie.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna mute myself.
It was the Teen Titans movie, Trouble in Tokyo.
The trouble. Oh, that one's hilarious.
And I was like, come
Oh, man.
on, Robin, you had like 40 chances to kiss Starfire. And then finally they do.
Check out this picture of
And I
them
was like,
kissing.
yeah.
It's hot.
I still don't like him though. There's no way around it.
Well, that's cool. So 2 more characters for that game.
Yay.
I like
Still
Cyborg.
don't know if I want to play it, but I really like the story mode in Mortal Kombat, so I might just check it out for that.
Starfire is freaking hot.
Oh, did you guys check out the new characters for PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale? Heihachi and Toro.
Oh yeah.
And who?
Toro the cat, the Sony cat.
I
Oh,
don't know
he's in mostly the Japan.
Oh, cause I was just about to say I've never heard of this person.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. They're introducing him. It's like he's only known in like small circles and also Japan, but it's kind of weird. And Heihachi, it's kind of weird. He's like he has just Tekken moves.
Yep.
Rather than having him do special things.
Yeah, because unlike other fighting games, they're not like shooting fireballs and crap in Tekken, like say and stuff like Street Fighter and stuff. So that would be.
The more I see of that game, the more assured I am about it. It just seems very like when you watch the demos and they don't say anything, it feels very.
I mean, when he's not saying super
chaotic.
every 15 seconds.
Yeah, like all those seem very chaotic, but when you actually, I imagine when you're actually playing, or if you just like watch one character and watch what they're doing, it's like, there's actually a lot of different. You have a lot of different options and stuff, and it feels like the fighting system is really deep. And it just, because it reminds everyone of Smash Brothers. Smash Brothers reminds me of the time that I got owned by some little kid, and I didn't even hit him. Like, he at 0% when I got smashed. I was like, what the heck?
Embarrassing.
And yeah, it was just like blocks and dodges, and there's a lot of stuff you can do in Smash Brothers. And the way that I play casually is like, I never knew any of these things.
I mean, I don't know why people take this whole it being similar to Smash Bros. Like it's a bad thing. I mean, Smash Bros. Is a great game. It's not like horrible that its All-Star game looks similar to it because it's just the same thing with Sony mascots and stuff. So
Need for Speed Most Wanted 2 games looks exactly like Burnout's Paradise. No,
why can't these games
cannot allow it?
It's like why can't these games coexist and people play with their favorite characters on both thingies? It's like and besides, they actually have an online that works, unlike some people.
The game is sounding really awesome now. It's like, wow. Heihachi apparently has, he's the only melee ranged fighter that has a counter, so he can counter attacks. Like, oh, that's my favorite thing to do in fighters.
Interesting.
And like I said, more characters.
Yep.
I'm not buying it unless it's like 50.
I think I'd be okay with 30.
So yeah, Blizzard's parent company, or the company that owns their major stock in them, Vivendi, is looking to sell them. So that's kind of a surprise, because, they're just raking in the door, so I thought. So it's like $10 billion. $10 billion worth of
Did you do the picky thing with it, too?
What?
The little pinky thing we said the $10 million.
Oh, no, I didn't do the pinky thing. I'm not Dr. Evil.
Well, that disappoints me.
Apparently, there's a rumor that some of potential buyers are Microsoft and Warner Brothers.
I heard about that, but...
Could you imagine if it's Microsoft?
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
That would be not good.
So it would be interesting to see how that...
I mean... Let's say they do buy them, they have to still sell on PS3 to make money. It's like,
it would be really weird. Suddenly it's like, oh, now we're exclusive, so we just lost half of our audience for all of our games.
True.
And it's like, how is this company going to still be worth what it's worth if they have half the consumers?
Unless they just get to the point where everybody migrates over because they're like, well, now I don't have a choice but to have whatever Microsoft console is going on at the time, so I can play the game. So
that's called a monopoly, dude. That's gonna be.
I don't think people love Call of Duty enough.
But there's loopholes and stuff like that where you can kind of get away with it. It's like Because, I mean, even if you can't play Call of Duty, there are similar games out there where you can still play.
Yeah, I don't think people love Call of Duty enough that they would buy a 360 just to play Call of Duty.
I don't know, Tiger. I wouldn't say that.
Well, like, if they only have a PS3 right now and they have, you know, and they're, like, engaged in those PS3 exclusives and stuff, and then suddenly it's like, oh, Call of Duty is only on Xbox, I think a lot of those people would be... It wouldn't be just like, yeah, now I have to get an Xbox. It would be sort of, that sucks. Now I have to get an Xbox. But maybe, you know...
They're going to be looking at Medal of Honor.
Maybe.
See, they don't have to get it.
It's like Warner Brothers buying them. It's kind of...
That would be really... It would feel really strange.
Because, I mean, just like Disney bought Marvel and
it's like the house that
like weird
you know, Mortal Kombat and Batman Arkham City is now going to be the same house that has Call of Duty. That would be crazy.
But just think of all the monies. Sweet monies.
Call of Duty and World of Warcraft? Crazy.
Oh yeah, I forgot about World of Warcraft. They do have that.
I wonder how it would go down, though. Like, would Venditti keep the studios that they had before the merger? So would Blizzard be, you know, would it go back to being Activision instead of Activision Blizzard?
No, I think they bought them outright. I thought Activision bought Blizzard.
No, Venditti bought Activision.
Vivendi bought?
Yeah, they bought Activision, but Activision, like, runs everything. And Blizzard was part of Universal. Or Venditti. Yeah, they were not Activision before that. In fact, there was that thing about how Bobby Kotick had not wanted to buy Blizzard back in the day when they were cheap. And then now they're worth a lot. Anyway, yeah, I don't know.
They should just be bought by Ouya or something. They're getting money.
I would like Ubisoft to get them. That'd be great.
Ubisoft. Yeah. See, that's a good fit.
How?
They would be gigantic.
Yeah.
Well, they would infuse their creative juices into those franchises. Those decaying franchises.
Which? Because
Ubisoft, they're like they're a creative company, you know.
Even though Activision's dying franchises.
Yeah.
I thought you were the other way around. I was like, wait a minute, what?
Well, because I don't know. I'm just talking out of my ass. If Microsoft buys them, I don't know.
That would be really, really weird.
Kiss my 360.
Well, I can't even use mine, so when do me any good.
Nah, I think it'd be whoever buys them, you're gonna make money.
Obviously.
I know, I saw that and I was like, I wish I was the head of a company that was able to make this acquisition, because I'd be like, green light, let's do this.
That'd be
winner,
nice.
winner, chicken dinner.
Because, I mean, you can't really lose in that situation.
Like Tropical said, Call of Duty and World of Warcraft and Diablo and StarCraft. What? And Spider-Man and Tony Hawk and Guitar Hero.
Anymore? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Guitar Hero? What?
Hey, hey.
It's like
only dead because they took it away. Just saying.
What?
Only dead because they took it away.
That's not how this works, Tekken.
Put out a new one, you could probably sell at least 1 million copies. Just saying.
No way.
No, I wouldn't.
What?
No one's gonna buy another guitar.
That market is not saturated, dude. Like,
Rock Band is the way
they
to
have
go
gone
still.
away. Like the time of suffering from that wound is like healed. Like,
No, it's not.
the bad taste is out of
It's
people's
sewn
mouth.
up, and just they took out the sutures and they're done. That's it. They're
I
done.
disagree.
Just stick a fork in them. They're done.
Well, I guess like in my defense, they totally baked their own cake on that one. So yeah.
That was Bobby Kotick.
I hope you're all happy.
New game every quarter, yeah. KFL.
Crazy, man.
Well, I mean, at the same time, though, at least games got put out. It's positive.
Did you just say the games got put out?
I don't know. I'm just...
What?
Anyway.
Oh, so yeah, Star Wars: The Old Republic going free to play up to level 15. If you have not got one of the new or whatever, or there's something where it's like if you got like one of the trials or whatever, something. If you haven't, you're good. Yeah.
So everybody should play it.
You know,
It's awesome.
not the character transfer because it's bullshit. You know, I tried to do a character transfer, and it's like it's so stupid. It's like it's pre-selected servers
For
that you
now,
could transfer
yeah.
to. Yeah, I was like, oh, are you serious? Then when I tried to transfer, it says, "Oh, checking if you could transfer." It was doing this for like 30 minutes, and then like when I pressed back, it logged me out. It's like, oh, great. Takes an hour to transfer. I was like, oh, screw it. I'll just stay on my server. I was playing it as a single-player game anyway.
Which you can do if you really, really want to.
It's like, I want to transfer to my friend's server. You're going to give me a pet. Give me a pet. But no.
And black hole commendations,
I know, right?
which are really, really helpful for in-game gear. They're like really, really powerful.
But no.
The black hole level gear. They'll make it so that you can go to whatever server you want to eventually.
That'd be nice.
Just like World of Warcraft.
So I guess we can talk about the Ouya now and just wrap it up.
Yeah, wrap that up.
I'm excited.
Wait. First, let's talk about what's this Greenlight thing on Steam.
Oh. So apparently Greenlight is a new service I don't know. Yeah, it's a new feature of Steam where they're gonna allow the community to vote on what games should appear on Steam. So you can nominate games, and then they don't want to do like if it passes a certain number of votes, then it gets put on Steam. But they're going to look at the response to games, and if there appears to be demand for a game, then they're going to put it on Steam. So it's sort of changing it. Whereas before it used to be just who knows who does the selection process. Somewhere a bunch of guys get together and they choose the games that appear on the service. But now, community gets their input. Sort of almost like a Kickstarter way, except you don't have to put any money down. Pretty neat. Cool leveraging of the way internet interactions are happening these days. Do they announce when that's going to be launched?
I clicked away from it. Let me double check. Derp. Steam does an in-game movement. Green light. Yeah, song time during the intermission. Sorry.
I was just about to say.
Launch at the end of August. There we go.
All right. So pretty soon.
Thanks for that musical. Other way.
Musical interlude.
I needed that. Because now it will haunt me.
You're going to be singing it in the shower, RPG?
Basically. For no reason whatsoever. I'm like, what is going on?
But yeah, finally. Oh, ooh, yeah.
Wait.
Yeah?
Wait. 3DS XL, when does that come out? It's already out?
In August.
August.
Okay, I want to get one.
21st or something?
I
Yeah,
thought
the rumors
was-
were true.
What? What rumors?
The 3DS XL, like, we were like, oh, it wasn't true because they didn't show it, but,
Well,
but it
was
was
it-
true.
Oh, you mean like the new model of the 3DS?
Yeah.
So
Yay.
a guy, and I forget who, so bet that there would be an XL 3DS at E3.
It was me.
And was it?
It was me. I was like, they're gonna make a 3DS XL.
And I was like, no, no way, because it doesn't make sense. You know,
Just
XL was made
Yeah.
for lots of people to view the same screen, and that just doesn't work with 3D technology as it is today.
Isn't that going to be like $200 though? So expensive. Can't afford that.
But yeah, it exists. I guess 3D is really being like they don't really care about it anymore on the 3DS.
Damn straight.
Kind of,
This lady came into work the other day and she was like, I want to get the DS3. The DS3. And I was like, you want a DualShock 3 for your PlayStation 3? Okay,
yeah.
we can do that. She's like, no, the Nintendo DS3. And I was like, that doesn't exist.
Keep her calling stupid. Says 3DS.
It sorta is the third 3DS or DS though.
The DS3. DualShock 3.
But still, though. Oh, which reminds me, I'm to ask you, do they use the same adapters the DS? They have their own, like, weird adapter plug thingy going on with those things.
Adapter.
Say what?
They have their own adapter.
Oh.
No, it has the same adapter as the DSi.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't have a DSi, so.
Oh, then
I think they made that.
you should be okay because we're not Japan or Europe.
You're not. You're right.
Yeah, they're not including an AC adapter.
Oh yeah, that's weird.
Because they
Was
thought,
it-
oh,
was
people
it-
have a...
Well, that's what I was saying too. That they were, I guess, assume people are going to be upgrading, but for people who, you know, to have 3DS to begin with, it's like, why would you do that? Was the console too big and you couldn't put the adapter in the box, or what's going on here?
No, they said the stupid reason they gave is like, oh, people have a 3DS or earlier version of the DS, they have the adapter, so they'll just use that instead. I was like, what?
If I never upgraded, I only had my DS Lite. I didn't go through all the other iterations with the
Because you look at the price, you look on Nintendo's store, it's like, what, $10? Like, wow, they couldn't include a $10 AC adapter.
basically.
That's crazy.
But that's
Weird.
that Wii pricing model going for them. So they're gonna keep on rolling that out until they can't do it anymore.
Well, it's weird because Nintendo recently they've been doing, like, even with the Wii pricing model, it still felt like you were kind of getting a deal because they would include a game, and you know, essentially you could take it out of the box and you could play it. Whereas a lot of systems, like, you take it out of the box, like, okay,
It's like, now
I
I
have no
need a game.
games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, now I need something to play on this.
But now that, like, with 3DS, like, it seems really stingy. We're not even going to give you a charging cord. It's fine. You can charge it with your old charger.
Provided
Because of
you
course
already
you
had
bought
one.
all our
That's
other
just what I'm
stuff.
saying. Like, I love how they assume that. Like, sorry, I didn't upgrade every time you guys made a new version of the same console I already had. Seriously, what kind of crap is that? These people, honestly.
I think that sort of makes sense in Japan since they buy the same console over and over again.
I guess. Also, are they making another version of that circle pad thing? Because
Yeah, they are.
I'm pretty sure the
I
small
can't
one's not
believe
gonna
that's
fit on
true.
that.
They can't believe that's true. They are making a fucking CirclePad Pro for the XL. That's
Well, they
crazy.
really wouldn't have a choice when you think about it, though, because it's like the small one's not gonna fit on it. So
It's like, why not just freaking design it in there? If that's the
what I was
case,
saying. I was like, they could
just make it optional for games. God.
I don't know. I'm just gonna wait and see. Maybe they'll come out with another model next year. They are. It's gonna be the 3DS You're welcome, Nintendo.
3DSi XL.
Basically, you're welcome, Nintendo, for all those letters and that one. And it's gonna have 2 eyes instead of the one, so that way you can kind of like
3DSi XLU.
Or maybe, it could be maybe you buy this instead of a extra Wii U controller, and that'll be your controller.
Well, it's already big enough, so it wouldn't be too far of a. But they don't have 2 analog sticks on it though, so
they could add it.
They could. That is true.
Bullet point. Oh, you could use this with your Wii U.
Well,
A
weren't they
$200 controller.
Yeah, except that the gamepad probably might cost that much anyway, so it wouldn't be too far of a stretch until they actually find. Well, they don't even have games that support multiple.
Yeah, at launch they won't have any.
Oh, it's not. It won't even matter.
God, they're so screwed.
I was just about to say.
I'm sorry. They're just wow.
They need to fix this. Fix this, Nintendo. Fix it. I want the old Nintendo back. I want the Nintendo I love.
Okay, which era would the Nintendo that you love be of
Super
RPG?
Nintendo.
RPG.
Before when all this stuff started, is that era.
When all this stuff started.
That is my response to that question. Before the
GameCube era, when they were a failure.
Before the GameCube era.
So
Before I could use my console
when they had
as
no
a
other
blunt
support.
object to fight with if I had to. I mean, they even put a handle on that thing. They wanted people to fight with them. They wanted you to do it. It's true. Because, I mean, what other use would you have for a handle on your GameCube? Exactly.
Why did I have so many GameCubes?
Weightlifting.
Wait, why do you have so many... Why would you have multiple GameCubes?
I remember I had a lot of GameCubes.
Why?
Because he knew he had to duct tape them together to get the Wii.
I made my Wii.
Like, what would be the logic in that? Like, just in case you, like, got jumped on the street or something, you needed multiple weapons, or what's going on here? Or like
Weird.
Tekken was saying, you can like, what's that called? Free lifting, powerlifting, whatever that's called. That thing. That.
Do some curls.
Well, considering the direction they went in with the Wii, it wouldn't be too surprising if they were thinking that to begin with. It's like, we might not have fitness games, but that doesn't mean we can't keep you fit. It's your GameCube. So, I don't know. I like Diddy Kong Racing is my response to this.
I'm just staring into space thinking we're so off topic. I remember we're the news segment. So yeah.
We're getting delirious as it approaches 2 a.m. on the East Coast.
I'm already into my...
So yeah, I have one more news story, which is basically, if you remember the BioWare Social Network, you can get the Mass Effect 3 Extended DLC soundtrack for free and enjoy it. So yeah, Choptical. Ooh yeah.
Ooh yeah. Some lady who's been in the games industry for a long time decided that...
she doesn't even get a name.
I can't remember her name.
Clearly.
Julie Orman.
I'm sitting in the dark, so I can't see either.
Julie.
Her name is Julie, apparently. That's what Gamer said, so it must be true.
Yeah, she and her team, they looked at the current state of the games industry and they decided we're going to do something totally different and try to change it. So they launched a Kickstarter project for a cheap game console that will have free games on it, and it's called Ouya. It runs on Android. Kickstarter started yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday I think, with a goal of $920-some thousand, and by the end of the day they were at 2 million. So, as with all Kickstarter stuff, I mean, it's usually sort of a gamble. The people who put things on there is like, yeah, they're betting that there is demand for this, and I guess they were right. So,
somebody scams people out of money that way, though. Isn't that
well,
way to
you can't
fight
take
against
the
that?
money until I forget how they verify it. But yeah. Well, the thing is, like, the Kickstarter phenomenon, I mean, it's been around for a while, but I don't think it's really become a phenomenon until recently. So, we have yet to see the Kickstarter project that kills Kickstarter. The one that got millions of dollars of funding and then just totally bombed.
Well, we haven't seen the major ones yet. Anything come into fruition, like nothing. Nothing yet.
So, Ouya has a pretty good chance of being that project. But on the other hand... Man.
Well, I mean, at $99, I mean, I'd buy it just for the sake of buying it. It's kind of cheap. I won't even think about it. Just buy it.
Yeah, but, I mean, if you think about all the consoles, like, there's been a lot of consoles announced beyond the big three. I mean, there was the Phantom. There was,
The hell is the Phantom?
3DO Jaguar.
Exactly.
Wow.
You know, who remembers Phantom?
Panasonic CDI.
The Phantom was
I've never heard of it.
It was a streaming. Phantom was streaming, right? Or was
it ever come out?
No, Phantom was going to be... It was essentially what we imagine a Steam box would be.
Oh,
so it was like a PC. There was also... Someone else was developing a MMO console. So also basically a PC that you hooked up to your TV. Yeah, there's been a ton of people saying, we're going to make this cheap console and it's going to play these things on your TV. And yeah, like, what is Phantom? Like, no one really remembers. So it's an uphill battle.
Guess so.
Man, all I know is, what is Apple's response to this?
Apple, I don't think they need to respond. They're just like, whatever. We're making tons on our iOS thing.
Yeah,
because, oh man, if they had a console that had older iOS things. No, what if they adapted
they could
this
like Apple
into
TV
Apple
with the iPad and whatever. Wouldn't that work with an iOS device?
It already does work. Like, you can play your iPad games on your TV.
They don't even need a presence in the console space gamer. They already have one.
I mean, as a console, like controller in the hand, tactile feedback.
Yeah, people are happy playing their iOS games on their TVs.
Yeah, I guess the difference, like, Ouya, a lot of the streaming set-top boxes are pretty basic as far as their system software and stuff. Like a Roku box, its system software only exists for you to be able to get into Netflix and YouTube and all those things. Whereas with Ouya, they're talking about, making a very streamlined sort of, so imagine something like app stores like Game Center and things like that. So they want to have this, they want to be able to foster sort of the Xbox Live community, obviously not with the subscription. They're talking about, like, the controller has to be perfect, otherwise, you're screwed if your controller is terrible.
That's true.
So, like, beyond just being this set-top streaming box for Android stuff, they want to make it a real console games, just way cheaper. And, well, I supported it, so hopefully, I'm hopeful that it will be maybe this kicks off the free-to-play revolution. That would be great.
Be interesting, that's for sure.
Viva la revolution!
But did they give a release window for that though? Because
Yep. So the release window is March of next year. So
hey,
2013.
that's my birthday month. That is that's fantastic.
I await
so
the
it's like-
updates so they cannot do it.
yeah,
Cannot wait.
Let's be optimistic about this.
I can't. I can't.
I'm going to be optimistic enough for all of us. Then I'll do it.
weird.
I want to be the guy.
Finally.
Shut up, Joe.
Yeah, I'm
Kiss it, Ryan.
I'm optimistic. I mean, as long as they can get the right message out to their developers that, you know, you're not supposed to just take your mobile games designed for touchscreens and whatever and just put it on the TV. And that's part of it. But what they really want is to have this cheaper console. Like, why do consoles have to be so expensive? And the other thing they talk about is, you know, part of why there's so many mobile developers now is because the big three consoles are gated communities. Like, you can't get licensed to develop on the consoles unless you have a company and you have to apply and submit your idea and you have to have a bunch of capital and you have to buy their development kit and everything. It's just, you know, there's the barrier to entry is very high. Whereas with Ouya, you know, they want to use open source, so they're running on Android, which is something that people know. The console itself is a dev kit, so you can actually use the Ouya console to develop games. And then, then they don't, the gated community part is going to be a lot less stringent. I mean, it has to pass certain, it's not going to brick people's consoles, but it's going to be a lot easier to get in. And then with just the tools that are available now, it seems to me that it's likely that, someone could come up with real, you know, console, what we consider console quality games on this console, on this much cheaper console that's not one of the big three. I mean, think of Hawken. That mech shooter game looks incredible, made by less than a dozen people, I think. So the talent to make that kind of quality exists. They just were never approved for anything. So yeah, I'm hopeful.
My counter is I have a PC.
Well, you know,
and
it's
like
not...
that Steam Greenlight is like same thing. Developers have their in. They have their foot in the door. It's like, I don't know.
Well, it's not exactly the same based on the description, but I guess I see what you're getting at.
Well, I guess rebuttal then.
Yay!
Part of, you know, like what we were talking about earlier, part of the appeal of developing for a console is that the hardware is the same on all the consoles that are out there. So you don't really have to do as much, you know, figuring out if it's going to work on every device or on every PC.
I thought the future would be just browser based, but it doesn't seem like that's the future anymore.
Yeah, something is happening with that. Like right now, in the Windows 8 preview, like the Metro style Internet Explorer doesn't allow Flash. Like they've decided that they don't want to allow plugins into the browser because it makes it more secure. But that means you can't run Flash on it. So, you know, all the people that made Flash games all these years, they don't work on Windows 8, the Metro version of Internet Explorer 10. And, you know, if you think about it, like, yeah, the other thing is like Apple already, they're like, nope, no Flash on these. And so Flash that's been so ubiquitous is suddenly shut out.
And yeah, HTML5 is great and wonderful, but there's still a lot of people that use Flash over HTML5.
Oh, even HTML5, like, it can't do some of the things that Flash can do now.
True, very true.
So, hard to say. I think the future is probably streaming. Because that's just like, it doesn't matter what your device can do.
Then...
Yeah, at this point, even if it only lasts 5 years before whatever is coming comes, like, well, that's pretty good.
No, because it lasts 5 years, and then I'll just pay another $100 for the new version.
Yeah, or
man, that'd be
maybe
awesome, like
there's
a flat
just
rate for every new console, as opposed to freaking $500
Yeah.
Yeah.
or $599 for PlayStation 3.
Sony. Oh, Sony. Good times.
So, yes, I am hopeful. That is why I was like, yeah, let's do this. But yeah, we'll see.
We will. And if it does succeed, I already know what I'm buying me for my birthday.
What if there's no RPGs to play on it?
Yeah, I don't care. It's $99. It's the worst that could happen. So, yeah. Besides, I never rationalize my birthday gifts. I kind of just don't care. Because it's my birthday. And be like, hey, I could spend this on me and doesn't even matter.
That's how I should rationalize all my pack purchases in Mass Effect 3. It's like, happy birthday, woo, what do I get? Random prizes.
You should. But of course, that's the only time of the year I've ever, do things like that. So, yeah. But anywho.
So does anybody else have anything to add?
Nope.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Let's.
Wrap.
As it
Wow.
approaches this past 1 in the morning.
It's already past 2 here, so.
I know. This was a very intense.
Well, that's because we didn't start recording until really late, so.
No.
What are you talking about? This is like a 6-hour call.
Well, still. He didn't start recording it until after the fact, so.
It's cool because this is actually it's very enjoyable to have these discussions, but it is also very draining.
Dang, Skippy.
So it's like, yeah, no one else I know really talks about games in the way that we do, or thinks about them. It's like, that's fun.
I don't have people to discuss games with, really.
So, yeah, I don't know if other podcasts talk about games the way we do. If not, continue to come here, aimlesspodcast.com. We could totally make a Windows 8 Metro app for Aimless Podcast. That'd be fun. But anyway.
By we mean you, then yes.
If that doesn't come, continue to visit the website and Facebook and iTunes. Subscribe.
We're everywhere. We're in your house. Behind you. Be afraid.
We should be playing slow jazz now.
Aimless After Dark. Whatever happened to that? Guys. Because Joe and Tekken got me all hyped up about it, and then nothing. You guys are such
We never recorded one.
Such disappointments.
Sounds really dirty. Sounds dirty.
Oh, were you not here for the discussion for that?
I don't even remember what it's supposed to be about, so yeah. I just remember it existed at one point.
A lot of things
Did it?
existed.
Yeah, like that newsletter. ...
Hey, don't put that on me. I had to shut up, Tekken.
Or that RPG story thingy, ...
Hey, we're not talking about me right now. We're talking about you and Joe, and I know what you were supposed to do. Put this on me. Besides, you guys were never around to like record stuff anyway, so we couldn't do stuff. It's not my fault because I still have like 5 or 6 episodes done, so that was on you guys, not me. Try to blame that on me, jerks.
An interesting question. Can you retire from gaming? If you retire from gaming, are you no longer a gamer?
What?
I would say yes.
Yeah.
You hang up
You can.
You can hang up the controller.
Yeah.
Pass it on to your grandkids.
I've done all I can.
Just drop
You
the
level
controller.
up for me.
Legacy.
The legacy continues.
I'm not sure that's how it works though, because can't you only like retire from something if it's like a profession? How retiring works? Something?
No, you could give it up.
Yeah, but that's not the same thing.
Retiring makes it sound better.
I guess.
Makes you more venerable.
Is that even a word?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
You just make that up.
I may not be a writer anymore, but I still retain the vocabulary.
Oh, that's good. I guess.
Like, I write for pleasure now rather than for business.
Gross. But
So yeah, who needs to sign off next? ... See ya.
Here you go. Joe just did it for you.
RPG.
What?
Sign off.
Bye.
Gamer.
See you guys in Mass Effect 3.
Oh yeah, Mass Effect 3.
Platinum, man. Platinum, baby.
Don't do it.
Can't wait.
I will die.
We'll see like a Phantom in the first wave. Like, oh Jesus, it's gonna be really tough.
I'll be like, I have no idea what that is.
Yes, it's true.
Whoa, what is that? Oh, I'm dead.
Whoops. So wait, do you guys play
Alright.
on the PS3 or?
Well, you know me, RPG. I play everywhere.
Well,
just
yeah,
saying.
I know you do. Have it on like every console in existence, so just that. But let's see.
See you until next week. Same podcast. And fight like a Kruger and run like a liver, but you never be better than Commander Shepard. And just like Optimus Prime, I may be black on the outside, but I'm not. I'm an Autobot on. Whoa.
Optimus is not black on the outside.
It's been a long time since I said that, and I kind of forgot. Like I was saying, I may be black on the outside, but I'm an Autobot on the inside. Until next week, I'm gonna transform and roll out at the haters.
Oh.
Fun so good.
Just another quiet day.